cameras.
What, they dirty?
Nah, they just got some stuff on them. You got to go in and redo them. Pain in the ass. Let's see here. Deactivate. Reactivate. Uh-oh. Come on. Uh-oh. Damn it, sirs. We don't have the power. Jody. What up, y'all? Look at it. It says we have 0 viewers. Man, this thing is fucked up today.
Now we got 4. Now we're rocking. Look, we're almost on time.
I mean, we pretty much were. He was here early today, so I can't really say nothing bad about that. What is going on, folks?
Shit.
Hey, it's Wednesday. They fucking horned the sirens off, and we're still alive, and we're not zombies.
I'm depressed.
You wanted to be a zombie?
No, I wanted to shoot some fucking zombies.
I didn't think about it that way.
I was locked and loaded all day, just waiting.
I was too worried about becoming a damn zombie. That's why I was like, I'm putting the phone in the car. I'm moving on. Lindsay Toracala. How do you say that? I don't even. It was Torcolacci. That's got to be Italian. Appreciate that, Lindsay. She's actually a new client of mine.
Oh, nice.
On the placements there. She's
Very
sharing
cool.
a spot there with you.
Hope she's not easily offended.
Kyle Feldberry has come in to join the rest of us. What is up, everybody?
What's up, Kyle? Mikey.
Man, everybody coming to say what's up on this
Everybody.
crazy Wednesday. Now, we do have a couple of things Rowdy sent me throughout the last couple of days. We're gonna share them. We're gonna talk about that stuff. But who in the comments right now that's watching? Who in the comments? To be honest, did you take your phone and like put it in the microwave and then run off
Dave
for an
did.
hour or something? I know Skeeter Dave did. He was like, I'm wrapping it in tinfoil and I'm throwing it in the microwave.
I was with a guy that I used to do business. I actually used to work for him, and we do some business together. And we were sitting in his office talking about the whole thing and Armageddon and end of the world and what would you do and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what time is it? And he's like, 2:23. I was like, I got to go.
Well, that's when it was supposed to happen. Was
yeah,
2:20.
2:20. I wasn't even paying attention to it. My phone was on in the car. I just didn't want to hear the bullshit. I don't give a rat's ass what they got to say.
No, I can tell a lot of people are probably hoping for it to happen. They're sitting there right by their head like, come on.
That was part of our discussion is something's going to happen. And come on, the zombie apocalypse, like, give it a little bit of a break. I mean, you could be a conspiracy theorist and know it ain't going to be some horse shit like that.
Right.
But something's about to fucking pop off, man. It's like in the air. Maybe it's the Canadian wildfire smoke that's fucking our brains up. I don't know.
Yeah, speaking of that, it's funny because the FedEx guy, he pulled in, and he literally pulled in right at like 2:17, 2:18. And you could hear his phone. And he says, right when I pulled in, the dang emergency sirens went off. And he says, you know what they said, don't you? And I says, what's that? He said, they say that it's going to be so loud, it's going to be payback for Canada, and it's going to deafen their ears or something. I'm like, what? This is what they tell you people?
Crazy shit.
What's going on?
There's so many fucking conspiracies about it. One of them was black noise. One of it said it had something to do
Appreciate
with
that, Mike.
The shit that they had in the COVID shot that supposedly was going to turn people into zombies.
Yeah,
It was
I got those
entertaining.
clips too. That's that stuff you sent me with it's like a powdery shit they put down and appreciate that, Todd.
Entertaining nanoparticles, but it was fun. It was entertaining. Nobody turned into a fucking zombie. I'm horribly disappointed. I spent the last 2 weeks cleaning rifles and packing ammunition, and I didn't even get to fire a round off.
Yeah, I fired a bunch off the other day. You know, one thing I realized that never think about. You're like, let's go shoot guns. It'll be fun. You can go in the backyard and do it. You shoot guns, and you get done. Now you got a bunch of fucking brass everywhere that you're walking on. And
brass,
on.
and got to clean everything, and yeah.
Well, the one thing I wanted to get was a rolling magnet. It'd be a lot easier to just roll it down and pick up all of that.
Unless you got true brass.
Oh, then it doesn't stick.
Non-ferrous.
Yeah,
unless you're lucky enough to get the primer.
Unless you got them Russian steel coated.
Right. You can't buy that shit anymore.
What? Russian Army?
No.
Russian Army ammunition?
Couple years now. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
dead
some of
serious.
that. I might as well keep it.
Oh,
Then
I
for
got
the
a shit
collector's
ton of
item.
it. Yeah, 7.62 39.
I just got 9mm. I don't like it though. I don't like the way
It fucking
it
shoots.
jams more than anything I've ever had.
I haven't had too many issues with cheap ammo.
I think it's just the burlesqueness of the finish.
Yeah, it's crude shit. It's got a caustic primer in it, so you got to clean your gun after you shoot.
Yep.
But other than that, I thought it was great shit. But yeah, tool ammo, Wolf, all the big brand name Russian ammunition you used to be able to buy in bulk, super cheap, non-existent.
Right.
I used to get Israeli 5.56 green tips.
What's the difference between Israeli and regular green tips? I think I got some...
kind of just a cruder process, cheaper ammunition.
Right.
Yep, just bulk military ammunition. Makes you wonder where it's all going.
Yeah. I mean, the funny part about me is I got all this ammo, and it's like, you know, I got so many family members, but it's like, am I really going to use all this ammo? Even if somebody did storm my front door,
right,
or my yard or my property, like this is some stuff where I would have to have everything set out, be ready, have defenses up, in order to go through everything.
Yeah, if you had a fucking bunker, you got wood walls like everybody else.
Oh yeah, no, that's going right through.
And I laugh the big ammunition stockpilers and the gun hoarders and all this and that. Mel. I want to see you pack a couple of them rifles and 1,000 rounds in your backpack and chuck your ass over to the mailbox and back and see how far you make it.
Yep, it's not very probable, is it?
No, you need a rifle and a sidearm.
Yep. Before we get into too many things, we do have stuff we have to do for legal purposes, so we don't get in trouble by YouTube. So
by the man.
Before we get into the warning, which we always have to play, that's for the legal purposes. Appreciate that, Danny. We're just gonna go ahead and roll the intro. Welcome to Wheelhouse. No, I hear nothing either, but I've seen the things move.
That was weird.
I think that's what I'm saying. Every time you start this program up, Streamlabs, it's always something different.
Changes everything.
What up, Chris Holloway? Guys, if you guys watched that, did you hear the intro music? If you did, just press Y and let us know.
Pew, pew.
Yeah, it's like, man.
Everything's been acting weird. Internet, the phone.
Jody said yes. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, I think it's all part of their big plan, man, to be honest with you.
Desensitize you for the Armageddon.
Shush up, Ben. Nobody believes you. Freaking party animal. Oh, shit. Premature evacuations. Thanks, Lindsay. So this is for all those people that are new, or if you're not new and, you just forget how we do these things, there is a warning, and this is the warning. Heed it. That's all I got to say. There you go, YouTube. Warning. The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. If you are easily offended and cannot stand foul language or manly banter of any kind, this may not be the show for you. Your discretion is advised. I do know why it's not working.
Oh, man.
I know why it's not working.
Rick fucked up.
Yeah, well, it's because we haven't done this in 2 weeks, and I'm just like, dude.
I gotta relearn everything.
Yep. So this phone is what I use to play the intro music normally. I don't know why, but I did. With this phone plugged up to the Wi-Fi Bluetooth system that goes around the speakers, this computer has to be off Bluetooth. So I turned the complete, you know what I mean? So that's why we're not here, because we used to be able to play stuff and it would go through our headphones. But our $500 Zoom PodTrack P8 podcast system
pile of shit
decides it just doesn't want to work anymore. And it's not even 3 years old yet.
Nice.
But it is what it is. So in order for us to hear it, we usually put it around to the Bluetooth thing, and it all works out. So we will have to do that right now. Everybody that's watching, just go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, entertain yourselves while we stare at you.
I'm going to stare at this blank screen for 2 seconds. Oh, there it goes. The beautiful ding ding. I heard it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Easy remedy.
All right, now.
Exhausted.
Damn, these frickin' fruit flies, man. I'll tell you what. I had cans or bottles stacked up in that thing. Well, we just got them taken care of today, and this is like the remnants of fruit flies.
The battle-hardened fruit flies. The drunken
frickin' gnats in the room. All right, well, let's start this off. Head over here to the old screen room. This is the little area where we like to play you guys some cool vids. See what's going on. Mike says, man, look at you go. Johnny on the spot.
Woo! Smart ass.
Hell yeah. Mike's actually fixed more shit around here than the guy that got paid a whole bunch of money to fix shit around here. Shit, we should have just hired Mike, gave him
right
$90,000. I'd have had a garage, a freaking bathtub with a slip and slide.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Drive-in in-ground pool.
Right. Now we don't have a whole lot today, guys. Like I said, it's been kind of a rough week. It's been okay, but it's been blah 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 blah. The nanotube thing, though, I think we should watch that first and check that out. Let me make sure this is turned down because we definitely don't want to get blown out here. Let's see.
What?
All right.
Who's a hearing?
Let's see. Nanotube assemble. Let's check it out.
So everybody's talking about October 4th, National Turn Off Your Phone Day, which I don't think would be a bad idea. But, there's a lot of speculation of what might happen on October 4th. Well, there's this really cool invention that got invented a couple years ago. It's called Teslaphoresis. Let me show you a video of it.
It's like a Tesla coil.
What we've designed, and we've done this very, very quietly, but we're glad to now release it to the world, is this idea of Teslaphoresis,
right.
which is a discovery we made several years ago, and we've been developing it.
Looks like my microwave when I put in foreign chicken nuggets.
And Teslaphoresis is the simplest way to understand.
That's what I thought
it
was
is
going to happen in my blood
self-assembly at a
veins.
distance.
Right.
Long distance
You got the
assembly
shot,
of,
didn't you?
of
No, I
material.
did not.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
And
no,
what we
dude.
did was, because we're at Rice, we had
But-
plenty of nanotubes
Who's to
around,
say you couldn't-
so we,
just the food
decided
you
to use
eat,
nanotubes,
ingest
and
it
what we
right.
discovered
Look at that shit.
was
It's like
that
a
these
snake.
nanotubes can actually string together and form wires by themselves.
Creepy
in this
shit.
Electric field.
So you take carbon nanotubes and you apply electricity to them, or a radio frequency of some sort of some sort. I'm not really sure, but they said Tesla coil, so obviously this is going to be electricity. And when it hit it, these causes these things to self-assemble and make circuitry and wires and things like that, and
Appreciate that,
who
Harold.
knows what else.
So those are your nanotubes. That's what I thought I was gonna. You know what I mean? It was gonna like form a big old crazy line, and I was just gonna be like that thing on Stranger Things. You know what I mean?
With the whoopee arms.
Yeah. What do you call it? The fucking inflatable
Noodle guy.
noodle guy. Just be
Well,
trotting along.
that was part of a theory I had a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about the aluminum oxide that's in our soil that was immeasurable 40 years ago and is over, I can't remember, 800 parts per million, whatever it was, which is a significant amount.
Right.
But have you ever put a ball of tin foil in the microwave and seen what it does? So, how much aluminum oxide are we ingesting and what microwave would set that off?
Right. That's the big,
dropping.
yeah, and that's what I was talking about with the food. Like, I've been so fucking picky about what I'm trying to eat, but then again, you get hungry, and it's like, damn, you catch yourself eating like a,
And you
a
can't-
toxic burger, and you're like, fuck, what am I doing? I'm not supposed to
Yeah.
eat this shit.
But literally, what are you going to do? Everything's fucked.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we're basically being poisoned. I'm not going to say our government's poisoning us. I'm going to say that they're allowing us to be poisoned. Because they'll okay anything. They just okayed for emergency use this new COVID vaccine. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Ain't been through no fucking testing whatsoever.
Well, what they're saying
go
is
ahead,
it's a brand new. This is not the old. This is a brand new, all new, brand new.
The other
sparkly.
7 old ones don't work, so here.
Pay no attention to the 17 shots that you got last year. Yeah, I don't know. People that still play along with that stuff, and I see what kills me is the older people that like this old guy the other day. We're driving around, down the road, and this old dude, he's got to be like 70s, 80s almost, in his yard on a rider lawnmower with a fucking mask on his face. It's
Get the
80
fuck-
degrees out. I'm like,
he might have
God.
asthma. He's trying to keep the dust and pollen down.
mean,
It is
maybe,
that time of
hopefully.
year. But yeah, people are just fucking ridiculous. And anything the government tells me to do, I'm doing the exact fucking opposite. I trust
Yeah,
the
let me not do
government
that.
as much as I trust a late Saturday night drunken Taco Bell food binge, early Sunday morning wet fart. That's how much I trust them.
That was very, very descriptive.
Thank you.
I would have went with I trust him, less than an officer in the fucking Hawaii Maui fire is telling me to go back into the fire.
Go back into your burning house,
I'm
sir.
just gonna go in the water. That's where you're telling me to go. No,
sir,
I think.
Sir, go back in your burning house, please.
Right.
Fuck you.
Help's gonna come. We're not ready for you yet.
Right. We'll put that out. Don't worry. Trust our
Help is
the
on
famous
the way.
line. Trust us.
Well, and that's what a lot of people have been saying is, help's not on the way. Like, we are the help. What are you talking about? Like, if they run over us, then that's it.
They ain't got nothing to worry about because we're too busy quarreling, arguing amongst ourselves. We're divided. It's fucking retardation, man. I hate that word, but I don't know any other word to describe it, man.
One thing I forgot to get was, did you hear about this Meatball character? Her name is Meatball. I'm sure it's not her birth name, but she goes by Meatball. It's this, I forget what city it was in, but it's like a black girl. She's a bigger black girl. She's got this like shower cap thing on, and they're over like in the city, and they're just breaking into shit. Breaking into Apple, stealing a bunch of Apple phones and iPads. And they're literally like the alarms are going off on these things. So they're just throwing them down, breaking them, like, you know what I mean? And she's like, oh yeah. She's
Just being a fucking terrorist.
Right. And then she says something about as they're breaking into, I forget what it was, it wasn't a Whole Foods, but it was something like that. She's like, everybody gotta eat. Everybody gotta eat. And they're all coming out with like TVs and stereos.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh man, I so badly wanted to grab the everybody gotta eat and use it as a fucking...
Anybody who lives in a fucking big city ought to be scared as fuck.
Oh, see, that wasn't what I wanted to hit. I don't know what all these do. I just want to check it out. Okay, yeah, that works. But yeah, no, I seen that and I kind of laughed and I was like, wow, this is.
If you live in the city, the big cities, fucking run.
Yeah, New York right now, they're leaving New York a lot. Like
New
a
York,
lot of people.
towns in Texas, they got a refugee camp down there that has well over 80,000 refugees in this little city built out in the middle of nowhere of Texas.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, it was supposed to house them. And holy shit, the numbers are phenomenal. That it's just an open fucking border, and it's not families, it's military-aged males. Just come on in. What country from?
Yep. Come on in, let me get you a hot meal. Here's $2,000 a month. You want a car? I got a car right around the back.
$2,200 a month, more than we're paying our senior citizens for working their fucking life away.
Watch, they'll all get fucking electric scooters for free too. Probably.
No, don't forget Obama phones.
Gotta get. Oh, they already had those. I seen it. We was driving around the other day and they had this booth.
Gotta have the Obama
free phones.
phone.
Come get the free phones. Fuck. What up, NASCAR? Eddie Weber. Good to see you, bud. That was for everybody, not just Eddie. Although we do love him.
All of you. No favoritism here.
No, we have a good time here. So
everybody's equally worthless.
Equally. For our Be Right Back, I didn't know what I was going to put. At first, I was going to put our buddy Steve Jessup making a grill barbecue / cooler out of an old toilet that I thought was very educational.
Nice.
That would have been good until I ran across this 5-minute video of Rob Schneider talking to Jim Brewer about our educational systems. And blah, 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 blah. So I was like, well, that's dope. I'm going to play that instead.
I like Jim Brewer.
It's a little bit more educational. He said, that's right. We are equal opportunity haters. Eddie. That's funny. Yeah, so, man, I got a Stream Deck. It's about a $150 piece of equipment.
Yeah?
Doesn't work anymore.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it works when it wants to. But, dude, I'll tell you what, if you guys ever want to get involved with this stuff,
I think it's Russian sabotage.
just fucking hire somebody to help you. Don't try to do it all yourself because it's a pain in the ass. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Sounds like he's blaming me, don't it?
Oh, no, it's not your fault.
You don't want me pushing anything.
Hey, without Rowdy, this fucking place would be cold as shit in the winter, I tell you. We wouldn't be doing it. This would be getting shut up, probably. You know what I mean? That damn thing's keeping us going. Speaking of that damn thing, let's give it up for our Wheelhouse Heater supporters. These guys have made this possible all year round. We got Professional Tree Care.
Chad Fox.
Biloxi Beard Company. Mr. Rowdy himself. Austin Tricker with the big share. Appreciate that.
Simpkins Electric.
Simpkins Electros up there.
Old Billy.
Yup, Daniel Ruiz. I didn't roll my tongue. I just gargled because I can't roll my tongue. We got Skeeter Dave down there underneath there. Gina Shue. That's my favorite advocate.
Austin Tricker.
Yup. Sabrina Stack. Mike Miracle. The Miracle Mike up there on the right there. And Tomasa Willman. and also my dear old mom. But she wanted to be on the sides. She didn't want to be on the front.
A
So.
little bit of everybody.
Now, you still can. If you guys want to donate to keep this thing heated and to help out the wheelhouse, there is a link in the description you can click on.
It's going to get cold.
And it will go right into the wheelhouse. We've
Show
spent
must go on.
a lot of the money has went to paying back stuff, but we've also spent more money to get Rowdy a better camera.
Yep.
Even though the camera is not working to 100% power right now for
Close
some
enough.
reason. It looks a little glitchy. But see, that's just me. I'm so used to doing this. I get super picky.
I could look a little more intimidating, but
Yeah.
I think it's glasses.
We could get you that gladiator outfit.
There.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now you look mean.
Back to normal.
There you go. Get him. Woo. All right. Let's get back to the old screen room, see what else we got here. Shit, this might be an early show tonight. I don't know how long we can go.
Yeah. I get some fucking smoke, and just the time of the year, you start feeling that time change.
Starts
come
getting
on,
darker, quicker.
Yep, you're just starting to feel it,
Yep.
hibernation mode.
Yeah, that are getting old. Maybe that is. We're just Michiganders. We're just so used to being in hibernation mode.
Yeah.
If you guys keep hearing the popping, our long-term viewers know that's old Sparky getting all the rest of the bugs out.
He's cooking now.
We're not going to have too many more bugs here. He's probably going to be disappearing here soon. Let's look at this black noise you were talking about. This is with David Bowie. Now, the beginning of this is super loud, guys. So you might want to take heed. But at the end, it has to be loud because at the end, David Bowie's really quiet. So let's check it out.
So look, October 4th, we got this alarm alert that's about to go out nationwide, right? And we know that alarm is going to have a sound behind it. And everybody's been saying to turn off your devices because you don't want to hear this sound. Now behind me is David Bowie, a legendary musician. Listen to what he talks about here as far as black noise goes. This is going to blow your minds. And we know karmic retribution, they got to tell us the truth, right? Listen into this. It's going to be mind-blowing.
What is black noise? Black noise? Yeah. Black noise is something that Barrow's got very interested in. It's one facet of black noise is that everything, like a glass, if you're not listening, it hits a particular note. The vibrations are that of the metabolism of the glass and cracks it. Yeah. So black noise is the register within which you can crack a city or people, or it's a new controlled bomb. It's a noise bomb, in fact, which can destroy.
Is it a real thing? Is it something that's experimenting
in France?
Could a tyrant use it to...
Well, until last year, you could buy the patent for it in the French patent office for about equivalent to $3-4.
And it would wipe out it's concentrated...
It depends how much money you put into it. I mean, a small one could probably...
What do you think about that?
I'm bummed out. Why do they got called black noise? It can be white noise.
Well, there's such a thing called white noise.
Son of a bitch.
You know, that's a TV screen where it's like...
Puerto Rican noise.
That'd be a little bit more better.
Right. At least they have a beat to it.
It might be. I don't want to be racist or nothing.
Oh, it's funny that...
Albert says, oh my!
As long ago as that was recorded, just think how much more of that technology has been produced and how refined it probably is now.
See, I feel like if they really want... Are you done yet, bro? Like, damn.
He's cooking now.
There's a bunch. Like, this is... Just so you guys know, this is... That thing right there, yeah. It's going. The blue thing. It's cooking bugs. But no, so... I don't know. My biggest thing is, like, you know damn well that they've been had the... you know, the... What am I looking for? The word. I can't even think. See, I can't even think tonight. I'm so, like, blah. But they've had the stuff to actually like fry
technology.
Fry
yep.
The technology, that's what it is. They've had the microwaves. They've had they can go in a crowd full of people with a big Humvee and a thing on top of it, hit a button, and it'll make you disperse because you can't sit in front of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's boiling your blood cells.
I'll agree with Albert there to a certain extent. It is a lot of it's bullshit, but the technology's been around, and if you think the United States government and every other government on the planet is going to take full advantage of weaponizing every fucking thing they can, you're nuts.
Right.
I guarantee you every military contractor on the planet's experimented with every new little thing that they've found out about and pushed it right to its limits to see what it can actually do. So I I don't hold nothing back.
Man, do you think that they had UFOs back in World War II?
I don't believe in the whole UFO shit, but there's some kind of sketchy shit when they talk about the black satellite that literally before Sputnik was put into orbit, radio astronomers had detected this black satellite. Mm-hmm. And there was something very unique about the orbit because it orbited from the north to the south pole, which we go from the east to the west, most of our shit. We just recently started doing that trajectory for satellites.
Right.
And on top of that, the only other thing kind of makes me go, whoa, the moon's not really a moon. The moon is a satellite. The moon does not spin. It rotates around the Earth, but it itself does not spin.
It faces us the whole time.
It faces us. We see the same face all the time. And that's fucking weird because every other moon in our solar system rotates as it's rotating around the planet.
Right. Don't worry, guys. I'm just messing with cameras right now. But no, I've thought about that a lot too. Like, you know what I mean? Uh-oh, something's going on.
Oh, boy.
Something's going bad.
Breaking shit.
There, see, now it works finally. You just got to do that. You got to break some shit to make shit work, guys.
Break it to make it.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't know. You know, the more, and that's what happened to me kind of this week, just getting ready for the show, is like the more and more and more you start thinking about this shit, the more your brain just starts like,
clogging.
Stop. It's like, just stop doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I literally just, I don't know. I find the best help for me is when I just come out and I do nothing. And I just, like, listen to the work around and, you know what I mean, look at the trees and listen to the wind. And
amen. It'd be so nice to hear some silence down here. That's why I go up north all the time. Mm-hmm. I love it when I get out in the middle of frickin' nowhere and just get out of the truck and it's quiet.
Bro, when you hear, like, because so when you come out here and, like, right now, it kind of sounds quiet, but you still hear the highway.
You get the ambient noise.
You still hear the ambient noise, but like true silence is fucking scary almost.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful.
It's nice. It's very calming.
You're never gonna have true silence unless you live in Antarctica and it's midnight.
Right.
But even up north, just hearing the animals and the birds and the crickets and all that shit, I dig it.
Right.
Relaxing.
Whereabouts do you go up north? Where's your favorite place to go?
I've got a place up northwest of Harrison in Leota.
Never heard of it. Sounds peaceful.
Yeah, it is. Nice little burg. I'm in between a bar and a grocery store, gas station, liquor store, pizzeria.
Nice.
They call it the Leota Mall. But yeah, just going up there and getting away from the fucking insanity and stopping thinking about all this shit. And that's probably, I don't know, man. Between the fall and not being up there in a couple of weeks, it kind of affected me, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah, just kind of want to shut down. Just want to go up there and chill.
Kind of lucky that it's only like a couple hours drive north, huh?
2 hours and 20 minutes, man, to sanity.
2 hours and 20 minutes to sanity. That sounds like a fucking Ted Nugent album, doesn't it? Speaking of Ted Nugent, no, I'm just joking. I don't have anything by him.
So look, October 4th, we got this alarm alert that's about to go out.
Yep, he's had his turn. You've had your turn, sir. You guys ever realize Biden's kind of a racist?
Just a little.
Yeah,
Abraham Lincoln here is one of the most racist presidents we've had in modern history.
Abraham Lincoln.
He pours fuel on every single racist fire.
Hush up, boy.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American who was articulate and bright and clean and nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Yeah. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. They must be taken off the street.
Young black entrepreneurs are just as capable of succeeding given the chance as white entrepreneurs are. But they don't have lawyers, they don't have accountants, but they have great ideas. To me, he was a friend. He was a mentor and he was a guy.
He worked with segregationists. He worked with a former to stop integration of public schools and busing. He worried that children would go to public schools that are, quote, in his words, a racial jungle. His mentor in the U.S. Senate was a former congressman.
Blanking out racial. Like, what is racial? Is a bad word now?
I've noticed all kinds of words that they're blanking out, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Bro, it's like they're trying not to piss people off.
I'm a consenting adult, and I actually subscribe to YouTube, and I'm still getting the blanked out shit.
Right. Fuck, we got to shut that door, damn it.
Fuck out of here.
You want to get it, Rowdy?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, I'll take the full brunt of the camera. Full facial, is that what they call it back in the business? Yeah. But no, it really got me and it killed me that everybody was like still pro Biden and pro like Democrat when like he said that, if you got a problem between voting for me and Biden and you ain't black. I'm like, oh my God, he just lost all the black vote right there. Like nobody's going to vote for him.
Well,
and then right there, they shook his hand, gave him a hug, and let him go home. I'm like, you guys are fucking serious right now.
God.
Like, what is going on? I don't understand life.
It's crazy because it's so in your face. And the guy's he's a fucking liar. He's the worst liar ever. Mm-hmm. And he's a huge he's so bad at plagiarism. And he's been caught all the way back to the beginning of his career. Word for word of I think it was the Irish Labour Party. He did this big speech, and it was word for word this other guy's whole fucking speech.
Right. Yeah.
And the newspapers busted him, and and the lies about his education. I mean, like fucking ridiculous lie. We
keep talking. I'm gonna mess with this camera.
We had a guy, compulsive liar. There was two of them, Tony, and I'm trying to remember this other guy's name. Anyways. It just blew me away, the shit that would fall out of these guys' mouths. One of the dudes was really good, like you'd kind of believe him, then he'd be like, no, I'm just fucking with you.
Right.
But that's Joe Biden, man. He can just make you believe anything, at least not normal people.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I still can't believe it. People are just, and every time he does something wrong, everybody defends the shit out of him.
And now you can't even fucking understand him, so I guess it makes it harder for him to lie.
Dude, I kind of love it. I'm just like, this is what you guys get. This is what you guys wanted. This is what you voted for. This is what you fucking get.
Mush mouth.
I don't give a shit anymore. That's why a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, very few people seen my interview with the mayor of Jackson, who was a full-fledged Democrat.
I'm kind of pissed at myself because I really wanted to watch that right off the rip, and I just...
Yeah, I knew him for a lot of years. We've done the music stuff together. I know he's very outspoken. He's a very good friend. I mean, seeing me anywhere in the town, he would say, "What's up?" He'd come up to me and say, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing? You need anything? Blah blah." That's before he was mayor. So now he's mayor. He's still the same guy, and he still has his opinions. Even though that his opinion, somewhat I believe, is kind of. I don't want to say force-fed, but when you're around like-minded people like that, and they all think Biden's a saint and Trump's the bad guy, then you're going to believe that.
And that's not a bad thing to think differently.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's being able to come together and have a discussion about why.
Right. Well, and that's why I didn't really want to get too much into shit with it.
You didn't want to get deep into political shit.
No, because at first I'm like, sir, have you ever seen one of my Rick and Rowdy episodes? Because I don't think if you did, you probably wouldn't be here.
Well, you just tell him that Rowdy's not going to be there.
Well, yeah. I'm definitely probably more easy to get along with. Mike said, good interview. Appreciate that, Mike. Yeah, but I was really surprised that he didn't care. I asked him, I was like, what's on the table? What's off the table? You know what I mean? What can I ask you and what can't I ask you? And he's like, anything you want. And I was not prepared for that, or I would have made some harder questions.
Right.
Because I thought we were going to have to kind of tiptoe and, you know what I mean, make sure we didn't step outside the boundaries. But the butterfly gardens, that was funny. That was your question.
Yeah.
And the way that I perceived it was I told him, I was like, all right, Mr. Mayor. I said, now I got a really good hard cracking question from one of your residents, right? I said, and then I came down, and it was almost like one of those game shows where it's like, and I was like, how are those butterfly gardens going? And then I hit the camera on him, and he just cracked up. He lost it. He was like, oh, my God, Rick. He said, you got me. He was like,
of all the questions I wasn't prepared for.
No, yeah, and he said literally, he was like, dude, that wasn't even my idea. And he was like, I thought the same thing. I thought they were ridiculous. But he was like, otherwise, I seen their point because otherwise, If we don't do the butterfly gardens, then it's just straight concrete because nobody else has any better ideas.
Plant grass seed.
I told them put some fucking arcade corner on each corner, arcade things for kids when they get out of school. They can just go play arcades, and the city can make money on it.
Go put quarters in it.
Fuck yeah, why not? He said, yeah, but the tilted guy might get mad. I said, tell him to provide the games, and you'll cut him in on a piece.
No, it's cool that he was good humored enough to come on and do that, and it sounds like he was prepared for some tough questions if he would have gotten them.
Yeah,
but it's kind of cool that you guys were just able to hang out and
I asked him a few things. I mean, that people had the opportunity to chime in live, and they could ask him anything they wanted. Well, we only had a couple people that was chiming in and asked a couple questions. I know Mike was there. A couple other people. Bobby Smilowski, good to see you, buddy.
Oh, Bobby.
Thanks for that like. What? I knew I heard something. Oh, you guys want to come sit down? Oh, you're just dropping them off? All right, here, let me put the camera on Mr. Rowds, and you can come give them to me. That's all right, guys. I got a drop off of some
special delivery.
Special delivery units I had to get real quick.
Pretty fancy robe you got on there, ma'am.
Living the big life. Ryan David Fruth.
Got the leopard print on it.
I think that's how you say that. Fruth. Appreciate that like. Smells nice. So, Rowdy, how are your plans going this year?
Oh, I didn't do none.
You didn't do no plans?
Nope, didn't do nothing.
Well, all our viewers out there, if you're a grower, not a shower, how are your plants going
now? Share your harvest. Send us a sample, and we'll pick it apart.
We'll pick it apart. Sounds like work almost. Make sure that shit's fucking...
Pick it apart, roll it up, and sample it.
And we'll tell you how it feels.
We'll give you our honest opinion.
You know what? I gotta be honest with you. I think that I prefer regular homegrown shit that's just been put in the ground, grown up, cut down. That's it. No fucking nutrients, chemicals, flushing, none of that bullshit. Just let it grow naturally.
I didn't mind the nutrients. It just made a more quality bud. But I have always had a special spot in my heart for good old Michigan skunk. And I don't care what strain it is. If you put the seed in the ground, as far as I'm concerned, it's Michigan skunk. And there's something about our latitude, longitude, the Great Lakes. There's a lot of factors that contribute to giving us that good taste.
Right.
Yeah. When I went out to California, I was probably 17 years old. I was going out there to smoke some good bud, and I was really looking forward to getting some of it. And the shit that I got out there, I was not impressed with. And the guy that sold it to me says, "Oh, you're from Michigan?" He's like, "You guys got the best fucking weed."
Like, wait, no way. So even the California motherfuckers back then
this
thought
California
Michigan
dude,
had the best?
like eyes all big, really excited. He's like, "You guys got great bud out there." Fuck, I'm going home then. Mm-hmm. California sucks.
You know, I think that, man, it's got to be something too, because I've heard of a lot of people from Michigan, growers, that have went in competitions and won shit because of their bud was like superb to others. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is something in the soil.
Could be all that aluminum oxide.
What was the Indian tribe that used to live in Michigan? There was a bunch of them.
Well, we knew tribes at what they call contact, were the first white man in the early 1600s, which is probably a Jesuit priest. Father Marquette, one of them, and there's another father, I can't remember what the hell his name is.
These are the guys that discovered the Indians?
These are the guys that made buddies with the Indians.
Randy Campo, appreciate that.
St. Ignace is the third oldest city in the United States.
Damn, I did not know that. That's up there, too.
Yeah, that's on the other side of the bridge.
So what the hell? They just went past everything else and went all the way up to the top and said, we're going to name this St. Ignace.
Yeah, pretty much. That was the shortcut across the water, I guess, other than the St. Lawrence Seaway.
Man, I wonder how they had to get across just in old boats those days.
Yeah.
Fucking just canoes. Like they probably got over here.
But they didn't really have names. And they didn't have written history either. So that made it even harder. And that is such a common question, because I hunt arrowheads. I walk fields looking for arrowheads.
Oh, yeah, he's got me a good one back here.
Yeah, I got Rick one. And people are like, "Oh, what tribe is that from?" It's like, fuck, who knows? This is fucking 2,000-3,000-year-old piece of stone.
Right.
And they had no written history. They had oral history. And Indians weren't all kumbaya, hug and love thy neighbor and share thy bountiful harvest.
Oh, no, they were motherfucking fucking my shit and find out.
They're like, we don't like you encroaching on our hunting ground, so we're going to sneak in the middle of the night and kill every fucking one of you. Yep. Take a couple of your kids to assimilate into our tribe.
Now you're mine. Now you're ours.
To keep their bloodline because they started figuring out what inbreeding does. And if you got 100 people and only those 100 people are fucking each other, eventually a few generations down the road, you got issues. They actually figured that out over thousands of years.
You would think so. After fucking 13 brothers, uncles, nieces, nephews came around and was like, Daddy.
That's the third kid I've had born with 2 thumbs.
All right, Mike Willen at Worldwide. Whoops, sorry, Mike. Didn't mean to shoot at you. Mike, your T-shirt is in the mail. Well, it should already be to you, maybe not. I don't know. So is Joseph Nice. I sent his stuff out, too. He's the one that won last time we was on.
Okay.
So all the people have won. Today, we are going to be giving away another T-shirt. Nobody won Rowdy's last time. Or maybe they did. I don't know. Did they?
I
think
somebody did
about it.
That nobody come into the shop and got it. So.
Well, I think we might have been. Then I don't know. I forgot about it. But we'll do that today too. So if we have somebody that wants to play along with us, we'll give you guys a free shirt to wear.
Just play with us.
Just play with it. Just a little bit. Right now we are 40 minutes in. Typically around the 1 hour mark. We'll take a little break for about 5 minutes.
Yep.
Get our shit together.
Because we got to pee too.
Yeah. Well, he does anyway. I mean, I can just pee all over myself and I won't even feel it.
Fuck it.
It'll probably smell a little bit.
I could do that too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it now.
Well, let's not do that. Back to the screen room. Let's pull it back up here. Rowdy, we're going to get a ride today, but you're going to wait for that. We're going to get when Rowdy gets a ride and he doesn't have to drive himself, we're going to have a nice big old fat drink for Rowdy.
We're going to have a fucking piss drunk fest.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
That's right.
Okay. So this will be the last one I play for now because I only got a couple more for next time for when we come back in from the break. But this is one you sent me, I think, about the Japanese banning our food.
Oh yeah,
from the U.S. Let's check that out real quick.
Makes you
The
think.
government of Japan has said that Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, Wheat Thins, Honey Bunches of Oats are all causing people cancer, and they will not allow these American foods into their country anymore. They have a potent toxin in them called BHT, butylated hydrotoluene. This chemical is a flavor enhancer that is meant to make these processed foods actually tolerable when you eat them, but Japan has a different idea. Why don't we just use real food that actually tastes good? So while countries around the world ban American foods because of how cancer-causing they are, we can still get them in our stores. Be careful. Look for the letters BHT on the side of the box. If you see it, put it back on the shelf. Do not buy these foods.
BHT does not stand for busted hot trauma.
Tamales.
Tamales.
There was another one I meant to send you last night, and it was late. I sent it to my old lady. Kind of fucking blew me away, and it bummed me out because it was about yoga pants.
Oh no!
So I'm trying to remember what their terminology was for this chemical. It's a long-term chemical, like it's easily absorbed through your skin, but it's a very toxic, long-term, hard to get out of your system chemical. And it's prevalent in yoga pants, and it's the most concentrated in the crotch area. How many girls you know wear underwear when they wear yoga pants?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not sure because I don't really ask them. But I mean, can you really tell?
Yeah, unless she's
sometimes
got a thong with a really small string.
Well,
but
I think the older yoga pants, the newer ones, I think they kind of try to hide that for them. They make it, you know what I mean?
But it's it really blew me away that this chemical's in
in the crotch area.
I was like, holy shit, yeah. And it's been proven that it's easily absorbed through the skin.
They're trying to rot your crotches out, ladies.
Yeah, they literally were. I'm going to send this to you.
Son of a biscuit.
Leggings. I was
That's the company?
That's just what it says on the...
Oh, I think that's what they're called, like leggings or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you guys are going to have to pay attention to whatever leggings you want to buy.
So you got one for the next show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I can't remember. Maybe it was that BHT chemical. It sounds familiar. Yep. They're going to get crotch rot.
It's, man, so this other thing I was watching the other day on, I watch Salty Cracker a lot, but it wasn't even his. It was on Alex Stein 99. It was this, I mean, I'll be honest. It was a guy that had transitioned himself into wanting to be a woman.
So it's a dude.
It's a dude. He chopped off his thing, did the inverted wiener.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Christ.
inside the body, right? I'm still not sure how they do that. Do they drill a hole? I don't want to know. It's fucking gross. Anyway.
I'm trying to drink water.
I know.
Here.
So, like, he was talking about how he has gotten so dirty to where it's gotten to the point where they had to close it up.
Yep.
Dude, it was just nasty. He was like, I can't stop bleeding down there. It's not like good.
They have to take so many different medicines, and they have to be super, super clean all the fucking time. It's just like somebody that hasn't been snipped, the old foreskin.
Yeah.
You have to take extra care of that. You have to make sure that it's cleaned and maintained.
For weeks, right?
All the time. Anybody that's not snipped, but especially that process right there, it's a lifelong commitment. I actually watched an article, I almost fucking puked through the whole thing. But
oh, God, that's what I can't, man. I can't watch this shit. Dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
just
oh, fuck.
Thinking about a scalpel near Mr. Hanky down there. Oh.
Man. You know, and it's like, I feel bad for these people because I feel like they've been fucking just brain raped.
Fucking mental disorder. Jesus Christ.
It really is. And people are like, oh, man, who was it that actually said that? Vivek Ramaswamy, the guy that everybody's talking about. It's like a fun child that's getting paid by Soros and all that.
Yeah.
The Republican runner guy, the Indian dude. Dude, he's the only one out of all of them that came up, stood up in front of the whole fucking audience and said, what is it? Transgenderism is a mental illness.
It is.
Straight up in front of everybody. And dude, and nobody fucking said nothing. Like
that guy. I'm
like, oh, so he can say it, it's fine. But anybody else does it, and it's like totally bad.
That guy, he's going to do some good because I think he's caught on that American people, whether they're offended or not, appreciate not being bullshitted.
But do you think that he's going to do good, or do you think that he's still a fucking plant that's been planted there?
I think that guy
he just gets away with shit.
I think that guy is a fucking wolf in sheep's clothing.
So he's really not here for us.
No, I think that dude is bad freaking news. I really think he's bad.
He's a smiling face, and just like another Barack fucking Obama, man.
Yep.
Everybody's like, oh, he was the best president.
He was one of the most fucking corrupt presidents in U.S. history.
I voted for him.
Shame on you.
I didn't know any better, man.
I voted for, the fuck was his name?
Who did I vote for the second time? I think I voted for Mitt Romney. I didn't care the second time. I'm like, whatever, bro. Get this shit out of the way.
But, you know, it's a learning experience, and that's why if you're going to go and do it, you should pay attention, do your due diligence, do some research, and vote for who you truly believe in. And I just can't believe there's that many people in the United States that went through that process in their head and actually voted for this fucking goober.
Well, I don't think they did the proper research.
Mr. fucking Potato Head. But you guys voted for Boomhauer.
One other thing, too, I heard on the radio, was funny enough, is they said that because the Hunter Biden laptop story got completely drowned out.
Oh, yeah.
People said that would have changed the vote. And it never did because it never was able to go out. So.
Oh, man. And that shit is... God, it's still lingering. I wish we had a news source that would just keep us up to date on that shit.
Well... Oh, that's another thing me and you were talking about, too, is the reason I don't have a ton of fucking sweet-ass clips anymore tonight. Well, not tonight. Is because, first, I didn't really do a whole lot of searching, but even the searching that I did that normally doesn't take a long time, I couldn't find fucking nothing.
Right, going fishing.
It was all cute puppies, and, oh, look at this guy, he crashed his car, and then, oh, look at this guy.
No juicy shit.
Look at this girl. Yeah, and I'm like, what is this?
Yep.
I feel like I just walked into Kittyland.
Yep.
Like, I'm about to just start going to rotten.com or something.
I want some good shit. I want some news on the island. I want some news on the list.
Chris said Ben Shapiro. Ben's okay, but dude, his voice annoys the fuck out of me, and he's like, I don't know.
He's too nerdy for me. I wanted a little bit more raw.
You want a manly man.
Who's that other dude? Shit.
They got a couple of them out there.
Yeah, there's a couple of dudes that don't sell. I still like Dan Bongino.
I love Dan Bongino. You know, that's another thing I was going to talk about, too. I'm glad you brought him up. Donald Trump Man, I should have got that fucking clip.
Crowder, that's who I was thinking of.
Oh, I like Crowder too. Today he was kind of annoying. I didn't really want to watch it. He annoys me the fuck out of me sometimes too, though. He's just like.
I laughed at the presidential debates, though. He was live on it. It was
yeah. No, he was. Him and
They were getting drunk. There's like 6 of them in the room.
Yeah, no, it was his crew and fucking his old buddy and shit. No, I do like the way he comes at people because he makes it comical. He makes it comedical.
Yeah,
to where you can actually laugh at it, but then see what's going on and laugh at the situation. It makes it more tolerable.
Right.
To be living in it, you know what I mean? But also, fuck, I forget who else I was going to think I had it on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, there's more and more people that are coming out and they're trying to do kind of what Steven Crowder does. And I mean, I'll be honest, I took a lot of my shit from him because I seen how they were doing it on their shows. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dude, I could fucking do that.
It's tough to pay attention to what's going on because here
make
you
sure
have
you subscribe, hit the like button, blah, blah, blah. See, I got overlays. I'm cool.
There you go. Just watching the hierarchy up there living high on the hog off of your money, giving it to every fucking country on the planet for whatever they decide, whatever reason they decide to do it.
Right.
And here we are down in the trenches, getting up, going to work every day, busting our ass just to have fucking scraps. And it's demoralizing, it's demeaning, it's fucked.
Give all your fucking money away to a foreign country.
Yeah, I worked fucking hard for you to take almost half of my fucking money away and send it to fucking Ukraine and tell everybody we're winning the war, and they're not even fucking close to winning the war.
No. And that's the thing. You try to look it up.
Yeah.
Good luck. You ain't finding shit.
And we don't even have anybody that's paying attention to what they're doing with the money that we send to them.
Right. Where's the records at? Where's it going? What are they buying?
Right.
Are they buying tanks? Are they buying planes? Are they buying? What are they buying? Are they buying?
Whose fucking pocket is it going into? Because we've sent them enough money. They should have the world's third strongest standing army.
They should have cities with flying cars by now.
Fuck me, dude.
Serious? How much? What? Like 180 billion or some shit?
We send over 280 billion so far.
Jesus,
it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, more than anything in the United States history, and people are just going along with it. Like that's why I looked at Mahoney straight in his face. I'm like, really, bro? Like, are you serious?
Oh my god, did he have this "I support Ukraine" patch on his?
No,
fucking,
I didn't. We never got into that. I didn't get into that because I didn't know his stance.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to like take a chance on being, having to argue with him. And that's the last thing I wanted to do was sit here and argue with the Mayor Jackson for fucking 2 hours.
No, and the other thing, not just all the money that we're sending over there, but fuck, people are supporting this shit and don't even know the history of the country. And they don't know what Ukraine had done since 2014 when Zelensky took power to the people of Crimea and a couple other small provinces.
Well, they don't realize that it's literally, there's Nazis there now.
No, they were fucking...
They're all fucking Nazis.
They were executing these motherfuckers.
Like Holocaust type shit.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, no.
Oh, we support the Holocaust.
Oh, did you see the thing where in Canada they were in Parliament and fucking they stood up and applauded an ex-Nazi figure?
No, I did not.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was a big thing. That was last week, I think.
They've still got some that are alive.
What happened was, I don't know anything about Canada because fuck Canada, but shots fired, bitch.
Trudeau.
USA. Oh,
that's right.
But yeah, Trudeau and his blackface. He's an asshole.
Oh my god.
Him and Gavin Newsom, fucking both of them look like slaughter babies. But no, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going off on a tantrum. Fuck. Oh no, they were in Parliament and the dude was like calling out their guests that were there today, and they were giving praise to this old guy, and they're like, "This is a veteran of the war, and he fought against the Russians in World War II." And when they all stood up. They stood up and started giving. He didn't tell them to give him a round of applause, but they gave him honors. Christ. Why would you even mention that? So he stood up and everybody stands up and they're clapping and shit. And it's like, dude, wait, he fought the Russians in World War II, so he was a Nazi? Like, that's the only. There wasn't Americans fighting Russians. Nobody else was fighting Russians besides the Nazis. I don't even think that Japan fought Russians.
That
Russians were just fighting Nazis.
Look at Chris Holloway. You brown nosing us. We don't need those peeps. We got you guys.
He does have the facts, though. Chris is right. And we try to bring it, and that's another thing. These other creators, like Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, all these people. You watch these guys, and they'll hit you with facts all day long.
That's also their full-time job.
But that's their full-time job. And the thing is like they do the research and they do all that. So I'm not going to go steal all their shit because I could. That'd be easy just to go on and then cut them out. I'm not going to do that. I'll find my own shit of the same story But
they spend a lot of time on one subject.
At the same time, they have fucking a crew of people, though.
Oh, yeah.
They have a crew. They got a whole studio of people.
Yeah, they got a whole newsroom.
Yeah, for me, it's just me and Rowdy. I mean, Rowdy's pretty much doing well.
It'd be easy if we had two guys sitting over in the corner and be like, hey, this is interesting. Get us as much information on this
Yep,
as
we're going to want that for next show. And
or the second half, or,
Right, yep. Speaking of fucking people that could help us, want to give a shout out to this guy. Ford Sure Automotive, Mr. Stan Ford down there in Michigan Center, 4945 Page Ave. Stanley. What's he stand for? What do you think?
Quality, I guess.
Quality, good stuff, man. Puts you on the right track, that's for sure.
You got to stand for something.
Yeah, you fall for anything, you know what I mean? All right. Well, we got another sponsor.
That was good. We got to remember that.
We got to remember that one. You know what? I should probably cut that, and then we'll just use that and play that. That way we ain't got to say nothing. We'll just play that.
Just send that to him. Be like, we need $50 a month, bro.
That's actually a pretty good price if you think about it.
Look at our 10,000 viewers that we get.
Dude, I mean, I'll take all 6 of these and count them as times 175.
Well, you got to sell it. You got to be like, on average, we got 6 to 12 viewers, and each one of those viewers is going to tell 5 to 10 friends.
Well, you know what? I don't have to fucking. I don't even got to say. I ain't got to lie to them. All I'll say is this. I've reached over 2.1 thousand people in the past 8 days.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's real. I got the stats on there.
He said he's really busy. We could blame ourselves for that.
Yeah. Next, not this next week, but the week after next for Rick and Rowdy. I think it's 25, which is our century. Not,
Yeah. Well, 52 technically. They're 52 weeks in a year.
But it's our 25th show.
And our 26th is our 1-year anniversary.
Ooh.
So we could do 2.
So should we do the 25th and the 26th as celebrations, or what do you think?
Yeah, both of them. We'll celebrate all the time. We're good at celebrating.
The next show I'm going to make sure I have a shit ton of stuff for you guys, because I'm just going to bring it. And not just like political shit either. We'll bring some funny shit.
Yeah, we're going to bring a little bit of everything.
Yeah, speaking of funny shit, I actually have some funny shit too, but we'll get to that on the way back.
Maybe we could pull back the map too.
That's what I was going to do. We can actually do that while we're on here.
Yeah.
We'll do that at the end of the show. If you guys want to stick around, you guys will see that.
We're watching you while you watch us.
We're worldwide right now. That's right. Actually, that's what's crazy is to look at the rss.com, which is where I go.
Mm-hmm.
I pay $14 a month, and it puts us on every single podcast platform. Not every single, but pretty much all of the podcast platforms.
Google Earth and pretend it's a drone sitting in front of his window. There he is right there washing his balls.
Yep. They pinpoint exactly what street that people are listening on.
Oh, shit.
It's pretty sweet.
It was hilarious a couple of times we did that.
Yeah, went down and seen the dude at the train tracks, remember?
Yep.
In Germany, I think it was.
Yep.
He was running, and there's nothing but train tracks around this one little red dot. I was like a pinpoint. It was pretty sweet. But I think now's the time as good as ever. We're going to take a little break real quick. I'm going to switch this camera around right here, so... Thank you to our Wheelhouse supporters, everybody there that we've mentioned earlier.
Thank you.
And, we'll be right back here in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Watch this. Enjoy this.
If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it, right?
I mean, if you can't feel it, it doesn't count.
Is it illegal to play with a lamb's tail like that?
I think only in a couple states.
We'll save that for the next show.
Mostly down south. All right, we'll be right back. Enjoy this. Rob Schneider and Jim Brewer. Check out Jim Brewer at the Bruniverse on YouTube. I got to put a link in there. He wouldn't care. I'm sure he's a good guy. All right, we'll be right back.
So you have a de-educated population. Now, what happened, you and I think I might be a little older than you. It was during when you and I were in high school, maybe you were in junior high, where they stopped teaching civics in school. You know what? We don't need to teach Americans. It was in the late 70s, early 80s. By 1980, it had gone on out of the high school system, the high school educational program. It was no longer taught how our own government works. Civics was taken out. And I don't think that's by accident. I think people don't want to know. I would say the powers that be want you to know, want to keep you ignorant. And they don't really want you to have any control. And they realize that people go into the ballot box and they're just going to go and they vote very tribally. And they're going to vote. It's a provincial thing. Well, this is our guy. Let's just, do what we're told. I live in Arizona, and there's a tribe of First Nations people here, and they will vote 98% for one particular party because they're told to do that.
Right.
And I've met with them. I want to see if I can, because I live in Arizona, I want to see if I could at least have conversation so that to see what it is that how we can shift things. I mean, you have, and not to say like the Republican Party is, but is got it all figured out. They don't, but you have to have at least two parties, or you have California, where you have just a one-party system that does whatever it wants, and it just shows its insanity, and that's why we had to get out of there. So so you have a population that is really being, if not dumbed down, being made sick, being made to rely on government handouts to so that they can be in this forever handout, give me something, which is never intended. What happened was you have now a susceptible population, and you have a population that is now relying on drugs, and like what Bobby Kennedy, who's a great guy. I really like Bobby.
I like him a lot.
I don't agree with everything he goes with, and I'm trying to talk to him about guns, for one thing. He's moderated his stance.
Yeah.
And I sat with him last month, and I said, you do realize that guns was the only reason we got out of COVID. You do realize that, right? I think he didn't expect it. But, and also, like, global warming. I said, the global, what we need to do is, I hope the protesters, when they're done protesting the oil companies, will go after the ocean, because that's where the most CO2s come from. I want to see that protest on the beach, so he looks at me like, you're kind of a weirdo. But going back to what causes it, and what, if we're going to prevent, or if we're going to acknowledge what happened and hopefully prevent its recurrence, or if we can't prevent its recurrence, to recognize it's happening again, whether it's the fake alien
invasion,
the fake alien,
October 4th.
I know, exactly. So I don't know what Hollywood has planned for us via our government, but we have to look at some things. And one, it would be that just like in the Revolutionary War, not all the farmers showed up to fight the Brits. There were farmers that stayed loyal to the Brits. Yep. And there was I think it was lower than 5%. At the most ever was 10 and 15%,
Yep.
But literally it was 3%. Those are the people. That's what you need to get an army together to move society. So I think that we have got the 3% now. Can we get it up to 15% to shift the government off? And when we talk about what happens if numbers, there's an interesting thing, and it's a partially flawed. And I'd ask the forgiveness of your listeners and watchers to look up this famous Stanley Milgram study, though it has been proved partially flawed. Its real findings cannot be completely dismissed. Now, if you're not familiar with Milgram was a professor who decided to do this to see if society and citizens of society could be pushed to basically murder other people because they were told to do that by authority. So they would have a guy in the room with pretending to be shocked to death, and he's in another room, and it's a glass thing, and they bring in a guy to sit him down to control how much they're going to shock this guy to the point of death. And as a guy in a white suit said, "Oh yeah, just can you push a little bit more? Let's see how it goes." He pushed a little bit more. Okay. And he's like, yeah, he's in there doing your act, basically.
Right. Right.
And he's like, ah. And then the percentage of people that pushed all the way when they saw an authority figure telling them what to do, what do you think the percentage was?
Oh, wow. I'm going to say it was very high. As far as the
65.
Yeah.
65%.
Without doubt.
Pushed.
Yeah.
The button. And it was less. It was less than 5. It was 5% of the people that go like, no, I'm not doing that. No, I don't care what you say. So it's those people that are ones that stand up early. Those are the Jim Brewers
and the Robs
who stand up early. Well, thank you. But it takes people to stand up and say, this is an injustice happening.
Yep.
Here. I am not going to take part in this.
Check out the Bruniverse every Friday.
Back to
Bobby
work.
Shmurda. We're back.
Back to work.
Back with my relaxing whiskey blues played on guitar and piano.
I could go for copious amounts of alcohol right now.
Kind of makes you want to, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Blows it right through there. Did I ever tell you about the experience that I had when I was in my coma. So I was in my coma after my accident or whatever, as self-induced. They induced it, I guess. And it was for like 2 weeks. While I'm in this fucking fentanyl crazy induced coma, right? I meet this black jazz lady. The only reason I say that is because she had the get up on. We was in this blues jazz bar, and she's sitting back in this corner with me, and she's telling me, because everybody's telling me not to breathe with this thing on, because I was like trying to make, stuff. Maybe, I don't know what it was when it happened, but she was telling me, she's like, honey, there's 2 types of people in this world, the singers and there's non-singers. And honey, you a singer. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Right?
Nice.
So it like automatically calmed me down and made me feel better. And I kept telling people about this lady. Well, then I had another experience with her and this old baseball player from Jackson.
Okay.
He was an old professional baseball player. Must have played before wartime, so like 20s, 30s. And he said he was as great as any baseball player has ever been, but he's never got the recognition that he deserved. And he just had to leave it. You know what I mean? Like after he died, he just kept holding on to it, but that was it. Nobody ever, and I don't even know if he ever gave me a name. He was just like, we was talking about it, you know what I mean? But she was there too, so it was weird. Then all of a sudden I get out of the hospital and now here I am and I'm just like into blues all of a sudden. All the time is like, that's what I want to hear. I'm like, oh man.
Somebody slipped some ayahuasca in your IV.
Somebody was like, listen to blues.
Take some ayahuasca here, Rick.
All right, why not?
Safe travels.
I heard it was eye-opening.
Yeah, if you don't do it a whole lot, it's kind of one of those do it once in your life, experience it type things. I've considered it, but man, I'm so past those days of experimenting with shit like that. I'm done taking some acid and done some shrooms and.
¿Qué pasa, Tomasa? What's going on?
But way past that.
Yeah, you've done shrooms, huh?
Yeah, I grew up though.
How many times did you do shrooms?
Fuck, I can't even count.
Too many?
I'd say way more than I want to admit.
I've done shrooms 3 times, and each time has never been as great as the first. Like the first time I took shrooms, I took about a gram and a half, and it was when we lived in Vandercook. Had the smallest house in the block, so there wasn't much to do. Middle of winter, me and one of my best friends and my dad actually. My dad was just sitting out in the living room watching wrestling, and he was like, "You boys want some of these?" And he was like, what?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. So he gave us both a gram and a half, and we sat back on my bed.
That is way too much for your first.
Dude, my fucking ceiling started going like Tetris-y.
Right.
Like it was like doing all this shit. It was waving for my buddy. Then we go in the bathroom, and I feel like I'm on a game show.
Right.
And I'm talking into the mirror. He's rolling a joint. And I'm like, oh, how we doing, buddy? We got a joint getting rolled over there. And I take a comb and put it to his face, and he'd be like, we're doing pretty good. It's getting kind of tight. Going to be all right. It's going to smoke a little bit crazy, but we're going to get it done.
You did much better than I did on my first.
Oh, man. We went outside. My buddy Corey Murphy. Shout out Corey Murphy. Fucking Murph's pump. He came around the corner in a fucking Monte Carlo with 20-inch rims and 215s in the back. Dude came bumping right down my road, going sideways because it was all snowy out. Got us in the car. We're driving around Vandercook, just bending corners, just you know what I mean, right. Drifting everywhere. Oh man, that was so fun. I'll never forget that. And I've never topped it either. It's never been anything near it. Tomasa said, just got home, had a nice little motorcycle ride, had a meeting at the school. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was a nice night probably for a motorcycle ride.
Yeah, it's pretty decent out there. It was, I'd say 6 o'clock. It was still like 82.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have too many more of these. I think right now it's gonna be cooling down. This next week's supposed to be 50s.
Yeah, this weekend's supposed to be in the 50s, a little drizzly, a little nasty, and then, but we're still gonna have.
And this is in mid to southern Michigan. We're talking about all of our world listeners.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit warmer than normal fall.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? It's listening to the weatherman's like listening to Joe Biden. It's a bunch of fucking gibberish.
You got some stuff over here and some things over here. It's going to come through and something could happen. No, Michigan weather, you can't ever predict. With these 2 lakes we have on both sides of us, it's almost impossible.
I wish I had the weatherman's job. It paid good money, just lie like fuck to people and
right.
get their hopes up.
Mike said watching him playing pinball with a 2-year-old. Actually, sounds fun. I thought about getting a pinball machine and putting it out here maybe. If anybody sees any wheelchair-oriented ones.
Expensive.
Yeah, the tabletop ones are cheaper if you just get the tabletop ones.
Yeah,
but they're not as fun. If you're gonna get one, you might as well get a real deal.
If I go, I'm going balls out. Like I'm getting an Aerosmith one or
Oh, you're getting a collector's item then.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be an investment. I want the Kiss. I want the Megadeth. Dude, you go down to that pinball. What's that arcade downtown? Tilted.
Yeah.
God damn, they have got
He's
some
got so
cool
much shit,
fucking
dude.
pinball
You know damn well
machines.
after he started making money, he started putting more into it.
Fuck, man. Well, they're investments. As long as they're taken care of.
Making money, right.
You know, you're not losing money, and depending on which one and how limited the series is, you might be making money
And
on
think about the collectors that want to come see that only because
not
they
to
can
mention
only see it there.
the $2 a play that you're putting in the son of a bitch.
Right. Jesse James said, sorry, boss. My car was totaled last week. Sorry to hear that, Jesse. And the motor is out of my truck.
Damn.
That's fucked. 2 vehicles down at once. Never a good sign.
Rains, it pours.
It does, yeah. I mean, I feel bad every time I see people in, trouble. Like, I kind of remember, like, me being in shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's not to say that it'll ever happen again. It happens to all of us all the time. I keep telling our oldest daughter, because she's got her license or whatever now. She's been driving back and forth to her dad's and stuff. A stepdaughter, but she's still like mine. But she comes in and she says, well, my car's doing this and this and that. And I'm like, well, it costs money. You got to maintain the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just drive and drive and nothing
Gas
happens
and
to
oil
it.
and brakes and
Yeah, something's going to break down eventually, especially on Michigan roads.
CV axles. Yeah, you got to pay attention, especially these new drivers.
I'm pretty sure we do have the worst roads in the entire country.
I do just shy of 1,000 wheels a year.
I've heard New Jersey and New York and shit's pretty bad up there, like in the northern area, but...
Oh, there's something about Michigan. My God, your road's one of the worst fucking roads I've been on.
Oh, dude, yeah. I've already bitched. I'm about to call him bitch again if I don't hear or see anything.
They filled in a couple of the bigger ones, but there's still
that was a month or so ago.
Yeah.
But that was a couple months ago.
Dude, if I tried to do 40 mile an hour down your road, the ass end of my 2022 Gladiator is all over the fucking road.
have seen... Okay, so I've seen a Dodge Ram. It had to have been 2010, 2012. Dude, doing 60 miles an hour, flying, 60, 70 miles an hour, flying, motor just whoa, going. I'm like, dude, this motherfucker's going to wrap around a tree, and I'm going to be sitting here in a wheelchair looking out the window, like, calling 911. Like, yeah, and, man, one of our daughter's boyfriends, he's got a motorcycle. And I'm like, bro, you better be real fucking careful on that.
Slow and easy.
Yeah.
Like Jesse's saying, I went through that shit. Starting out a family, 2 kids, young, me and the old lady are both working, and as soon as I could afford it, man, I've got multiple cars just because of that shit. And there's been times where I've had 3 out of 4 vehicles down at one time, and it's like, what the fuck,
Right, you just think that God's pelting you for some reason, like you're getting. Did
I hit a turtle accidentally or something?
Right, is this me getting payback for something? Like, what did I do, man? I'm sorry. Please have mercy on my soul.
Mm-hmm. And when you get older, you just go, fucking is what it is, bro.
Dude, you know what?
That Zen is what it is.
Jesse, he came through and helped work on some stuff when we had the big smoke incident. And we had a bunch of smoke going around, the Canada wildfire, quote unquote. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, ain't you worried about this shit? And he looked at me with a smile on his face. He says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I was like, it kind of gave me confidence and boosted my morale a little bit. Kind of like a general in a war, or, a captain trying to get his troops ready. And I was like, fuck yeah, bro, you're right, man. Appreciate that. Tomasa said within the next few weeks, we'll come out on the bike, and you can see how we strap my chair to it. Ooh, nice. Our truck's down. New T-case going in soon. Yeah, I'll definitely take some video of that for sure. Mike said, and people wonder why I have 7 vehicles. Yeah. And sometimes you just need 7. Yeah, but it's, yeah, Jesse says Isaiah 54:17. It's
what are you going to do? Sit here and cry until it's fucking fixed?
No, exactly. And the only person, it's just like America. Nobody's going to fix it besides us. And I think a lot of people are sick of driving this broke down ass car and they need something else. So it's like,
that's the other problem is, geez, oh Pete's, the prices of used shit is fucking insane right now.
See, I got to pay Jesse. Jesse's going to come fix my Alero. The entire Oldsmobile Alero, 2001. They don't make Oldsmobile no more, so I want to keep it. The entire brake line and the gas lines is completely out. We jumped it the other day.
Yeah.
He helped push it back in the garage. As soon as he fucking started right up, which was, not surprising, but surprising. It sounded so good. And as soon as it did, dude, gas started pouring everywhere, brake fluid everywhere. I'm like, oh, geez.
Got you a little rot spot there.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna
I'll
be
inspect the rest of it before you go putting a ton of money into it.
Yeah, well, he's gonna, and it was a Florida car, so I mean, I got lucky with that. It'll last a little while, but
I've seen shit come from Florida that blow your mind.
you're right. You do see a lot of that shit, don't you?
Yep, unfortunately.
Well, you know,
to be the bad guy.
I got one thing to do before we move on. We had a dear friend of ours pass away not too long ago, Miss Holly Donnelly. I'm going to feel bad if I spelt this name wrong, too, but we're going to go ahead and give her a moment of silence real quick. And just remember Holly. She was a cool gal, man.
Yep.
She, she was on this world, had a good life for a while, and then I guess I forget what it was that kind of got into her and took her brain over and kind of messed her up, and she just ended up in a wheelchair. And it was a thing, man. I'm not going to get all into it, but
we lost Dave Phelps.
Oh, yep. Heard about that.
Yeah. I thought we'd done a show since then. Maybe, did we?
Oh, that's another thing. If you guys want to, send in your remembrance, ricnrowdy at yahoo.com.
Oh, yeah.
Rick, N, the letter N, rowdy at yahoo.com.
Yeah,
Just send in whatever.
We got big email now.
I forgot. Yeah, big email. I was going to put a thing on there for it so people could take and copy it.
Yeah.
Which I actually think I did on the description of this one. It should be on the description. Check it out.
Send us pictures of your pot plants, too.
Oh, yeah. Jesse said Joe LaRoque, too. Yeah, I'll be going to his memorial, I think. It's coming up on the 8th.
Joe lost his dad.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that time of year, man.
Yep. So rest in peace, everybody. Holly, this one's for you. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play this for her real quick. It's just a silent memorial real quick, about 10, 12 seconds. Rest in peace, Holly. I was gonna put some cool music in there because I knew she would have liked it, but I was like,
Freebird in the background.
I was like, should I put music in there for a moment of silence? I don't know if that's how it works.
Nah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, you live life, and it's crazy. Like, I don't know, when you're in a situation like I've been in, and I've almost died, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I've almost died. I'm not saying that. I'm saying is, you kind of look at life a little differently.
Oh yeah.
And you realize that you're not here forever.
Little brighter, little sparkle. I've always had a big problem with suicide in general.
Yeah, my dad always said as a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot. Oh, it just pisses me off. I know a couple of people that are really bad off with cancer right now. It's like, fuck, they would give anything to fucking live. And you got 26-year-old dudes with all their appendages fully capable of working that are just offing themselves for no reason.
Right.
Yeah, sad shit.
Yeah, it's definitely Tommaso, you're right. It's weird because I don't know, for me it's like I feel like we are energy and the energy leaves, but the body, obviously this is a show.
Right.
This is like a vehicle for your true self and your energy that
your
moves
flesh
on.
sock.
Your flesh sock. Yep. My flesh sock, I like tattoos on. Everybody always said, why do you get so many tattoos? Aren't you afraid that you're not going to be able to make it into heaven? And I'm like, well, my body stays here.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What are you talking about? You think my soul has tattoos on it?
Right.
I don't understand your point there.
I don't see any 666 tattoos on you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sweet fucking General Lee, though. I never noticed that.
Yeah, you like that? Thanks,
what a
man.
Fucking jackass. That's cool as fuck, dude.
AJ did that over there at Steel Creations.
That's pretty cool.
And then I actually have my grandpa's car over here on this side. It's a 69 Ford Galaxy 500.
Bitchin'.
The red one that he
all
used
my
to
shit's
have, but
getting
it's all black and
redone.
white.
Everything.
Yeah?
Yep.
Tattoos are fucking expensive.
Some of these were worked, some of these were paid for, and they're so fucking dated.
Yeah.
And, pushing 50, and a couple of these have been around for a long time.
Get a little bit of upgrades on them.
Yeah, and a couple of them were
touch them up.
Never finished. And I'm like, man, look at all this vacant fucking territory here.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to drop his name yet because I'm going to wait until the finished product, and then we're going to drop the shit out of his name.
Drop it like a top.
This dude's fucking badass, and he's just going to go through, and I'm confident he's going to make me very happy.
Does his first name start with a D and his last name start with an S?
It rhymes with Ike.
Oh, no, definitely not who I thought it was. It rhymes with Ike.
Ike Avis.
Have you ever heard of if you have a tattoo and you go all the way around yourself that you block off your soul from leaving this earth?
I've never heard that.
Dude, I heard that a lot, and I was like, it always worried me.
Yeah,
and I thought about it, and I'm like, I don't think I am all the way across. But
okay, I'm good, except for my ring finger. That one used to go all the way across till I burnt the bottom half of it completely off.
I guess if that means when you die, you'll go to heaven without a ring finger.
I guess so.
Be doing the shocker.
Right.
Like, hey, guys.
I'm here.
Right.
Very
Mike says, good old Mike Davis.
It's Ike Avis.
He cannot confirm or deny that specific name.
We've been talking heavily. Problem is, every time he's got a fucking opening, you know, I run my shop, and it's like, man, I can't shut down spur of the moment and fucking slammed.
Right.
But it'll happen.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear about you heard about Dianne Feinstein?
Yes, dying.
How she died?
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that was like dancing up and down for her death, and I'm like, was she a bad person? Like, I don't understand. I thought she was just an old Democratic fucking
just a
swamp person. But
yeah, I mean,
was she really a bad person?
I can't say that. I mean, I can't honestly say that. I'm not happy to see anybody die.
Right.
You know, it's tragic for somebody loves them, so it's tragic for somebody in their family.
Yep. Mike said, I'll see you in the morning, Rowdy. He's got a run to drop off to you.
Oh, right on. I'll be there.
Right on, Rowdy. So anyway, Dianne Feinstein's dead, and this is her replacement.
As the historic downfall of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy unfolded, there was another history-making moment on the other side of the Capitol. LaFonza Butler of California was officially sworn in by Vice President Harris to replace the late Senator Dianne Feinstein. Senator Butler is now the first black openly LGBTQ senator. Meanwhile, today, longtime Senator Dianne Feinstein will lie in state at San Francisco City Hall, where she once served as mayor. Her funeral is tomorrow, when President Biden is set to speak at a memorial event for her.
You can make it to
Joining us now is California Senator Alex Padilla. Senator, thank you. Always appreciate your time. I want to first get your thoughts on your new colleague, Senator Butler.
Senator Opie.
Thank you, Jose. Always good to be with you. What a contrast, right? What was happening in the House yesterday, and I have some comments on that, by the way, but the upside of what was happening in the Senate, literally history in the making. I've been blessed to know LaFonza Butler, Senator Butler now, since she first moved to Los Angeles in 2009. I've worked with her in a number of capacities.
This goes on for quite a while.
She's going to be absolutely
phenomenal. She's been there since 2009.
During her time in the Senate. She leads with heart, but she's also a strategic thinker, and it's just
Anyway, you get the point.
Yeah. Yep.
They replaced the same. Okay, so they replaced an old lady who they can tell to do whatever, which they literally said, just say I. And she was like, oh, okay, I.
Yeah, I, right. And McCarthy ousted.
Oh, I was going to say that. That's one thing I didn't get was the Republican Speaker McCarthy. What was his name? John McCarthy or something like that? Kevin McCarthy. That shows you how much I follow this shit.
I'm with you because it's
too much. I just
get such a bad taste.
It's like a fucking high school now. It's like
I'm already pissed. Don't make me more pissed.
Right. Who wants to come home and listen to that bullshit?
Fuck what these rich assholes are doing.
Motherfuckers!
Spending our money.
Sorry, I meant to hit that one. Yeah. There we go.
Trying to take our guns.
They're trying to take our guns. But anyway, so the Kevin McCarthy got ousted only because Matt Gaetz and a couple other people were standing up and said, "Listen, you're not doing what you said you were going to do. You're taking buyouts from other people from special interests."
I like that they described it as the hard right ousted him.
Yeah,
the hard right,
the hard 6 people right, and there was 200 and something votes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't. He got kicked because he wasn't doing his fucking job. So
right now, the 200 that was for him staying really killed me. Some of the people that voted for him to stay was people like Boebert. Fucking, what's the other guy's name? I don't know. Anyway, I heard a couple of them last night, and I was like, are you serious?
Yeah. A couple of...
What the fuck is
couple
going on?
of the nitwits.
Dude, just people you would be like, what? Why? I thought you were like complete, you know what I mean? Like, fuck this guy. But it goes to show where the money's at. Money's flowing in there.
Yeah.
Money is flowing in and out of people's hands, and nobody gives a shit about it.
Bro, right off the bat, we know what you make a year. And if you put any more into your fucking bank account than that, say it's trading stocks or whatever, it better not be fucking inside trading. It better not be a tip that you got. Like, literally, the money you're getting paid to do that job, other than legitimate investments or legitimate businesses run, you should be hauled off and fucking tarred and feathered and thrown in prison, if not shot. Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise are...
What up, Andy Dear Manada? I don't know how to say that. Good to meet you. Why did this come up in your suggestions? Because we're fucking sweet.
That's right, because we're awesome.
Yeah, that's why. Stick around. You might learn something. Who knows?
You missed the good part of the show. It was last week.
Yeah, last week. Yep. We had a couple good points at the beginning of this one, but you know what? If it popped up, man, and you're on YouTube, I love it.
Yeah.
That means we're moving shit.
And it's a mellow night.
Yeah.
It's
we're
kind of a relaxed night. We actually had a couple of relaxed nights, but what the fuck? We're still talking. That's our job, right?
Well, right. And here's the thing, though. So McCarthy's out.
Steve Scalise,
Gates,
and Jim Jordan are bidding for that position.
Now, Jim Jordan, I'd love to see there.
Ooh, did you hear...
Jim Jordan's a fucking
ready
beast,
for conspiracy theory?
Oh, shit. Here we go.
What if Trump was appointed?
Now, see, I've heard about that. Everybody was talking about that earlier, but here's the thing. If Trump gets appointed speaker, then the presidency's out.
Well, is it? No, I think he would still be able to run. He would just have to resign that position.
Who knows that? Who's watching
right
right now that knows that? If Trump gets into the speaker spot, can he still run for president? Or
I don't see why he couldn't. I guess other than campaigning, which goddamn well, he don't have to campaign.
But okay, so in order for him to get in, though, just like they ousted McCarthy, all those people would have to vote, right?
I believe so.
And I don't think he's got enough supporters. I think there's too many fucking rhinos, and I think there's too much money going around.
But it was a fun little conspiracy. What if? And because that would totally stop all his prosecution right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. While he's holding office, he can be prosecuted.
See, now that just goes to show you how crazy and inert
and how much we don't understand
this law system is.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on, dude?
Well, we've spent 300 years making laws. I don't think we spent 2.5 seconds eliminating laws.
Right.
So the book just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why you about got to be a lawyer to get into politics and really understand it. Just the rules of Parliament.
Yeah.
How to conduct a meeting, so on and so forth. It's confusing shit. You can learn a lot about it by just going to your hometown meetings.
You ever been to a hometown meeting?
Yes. City hall meetings drive me fucking nuts.
Why is that?
I just don't care for them. They try to be all orderly and proper, and it's funny how often power corrupts till power corrupts all. I said that completely wrong.
Get your fucking lips right, Rowdy.
Just at how fucking snooty people that are sitting up there are.
Fucking I don't know how to say that. Andali Dirmata. Politics. Now listen, we don't always just talk politics.
No, we usually talk fart, poop jokes,
you should see the mud trucks. We got mud trucks. I mean, I was going to put some fucking
guitars
on here that was like the titties was making a Viking boat. And I really thought you might enjoy that, Rowdy. But
we have to cover the politics briefly.
We have to tell people what's going on in the world. Otherwise, people don't know what's going on in the world.
Right.
And the politics, those are the people that are running this shit.
Because some people, all they got is us.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Dude, I'm not even joking. That's... the guy that's in Germany on that damn train track, that's probably, you know what I mean? He's listening to us. Like, these guys are telling us what's going on in America.
How would Mike Miracle learn about anything that's going on in the world without the Rick and Rowdy show?
Exactly. Fuck. Tomasa says, I believe he can, but if he gets in office, he has to give up his other position. Not 100% on that. Like me, like Tomasa says, yeah. See, she don't watch fucking Fox News or CNN.
No.
Dude, I don't blame you. I hate doing that shit too. No. I'll scan through the
shit's gonna give you fucking brain cancer.
Yeah, hopefully not. They probably do got some signals that they put out of the TV on certain stations that fuck with your brains. Probably why I got a headache all the damn time.
No shit.
Let's see.
What have we got non-political?
Mm-hmm. You know what's fucked up? Oh, here we go. Here's non-political.
Just so we're clear on the scale of the issue, each electric vehicle battery for a heavy-duty truck weighs 8,000 pounds, and you need at least 2 of them. So we're talking the weight of 4 or 5 cars. And my friends and peers in the industry nationwide who have tried to make efforts to put in, say, hey, I'm going to convert a dozen forklifts to electric, or I want to tee up a facility for 30 electric trucks. There's no power. The utilities come back, the cities come back and say, is this some kind of joke? One friend tried to put in Illinois a facility, tee it up for 30 trucks electrification. The city came back and said, this is some kind of joke. You're asking for more draw than the entire city requires. And just to give you an idea, 30, 50 trucks, that's like a 5-6 megawatt application. The factory that makes the trucks is a 2 megawatt factory.
That's
damn.
You can't
to put it in perspective, right?
Oh, they're selling the cart before the horse, and we don't have the infrastructure to support that.
No,
and we know that.
That's just for one distribution center
that was
for
for
electric
a
trucks,
small,
for 30 trucks.
A small fleet,
Very small.
30 trucks is an insignificant fleet.
Especially when you think of trucking people like Sercom or dude, they got hundreds.
PBL, Beal Trucking. Yeah, it's just.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm gonna get fucking larried up right now, just because I don't do anything for the rest of the week, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna drink this Jack Daniel's. Sponsored by? No, not really.
We wish we'd get sponsored by a liquor company.
You know what? I do know a couple people that are brewing right now. Maybe I'll call them and see if they want to.
Look, I'm
sponsor.
fucking drinking.
Guys, we're taking open sponsorships. If you want to be a sponsor, you can be a sponsor, but you have to pay a certain amount, and then I'm gonna have a certain amount per show. But we're gonna give you a good deal. I do advertising for a living, so this should be a piece of cake to figure out. You know what I mean?
Right.
You get deals only because you're dope. Speaking of you, you guys ever need some shit welded up? Nope, I still don't have you on a hotkey.
Call me because I know this guy down the road.
Let's see if this will work. Here we go. Call Mr. Copeland Welding, Chad Copeland, owner 955 East South Street. That's in Jackson, Michigan. 517-206-0031 is the phone number. Welding ball metals. Anything you need, we will hook you up. That's right. I didn't hear your dope ass music behind there.
I didn't either. I'm sure somebody did.
I don't know. Shit's all weird tonight, guys.
We fix shit. If you got shit, bring it down. We'll fix it.
Yep, he'll get it going for you. Let's see. He said, I'm Irish, but God bless America and the white man. Fuck yeah! Yeah! Hey, by the way, how the hell do I say that name? Andali Diarmada? Diarmada? Diarmada! I like Diarmada. I'm just going to call you Diarmada.
You make it sound Hispanic instead of Irish.
Can you do a good Irish accent?
No, I can't.
Holy shit. If I try to do an Irish accent, I'm going to tell you right now, I would get arrested.
I'm too Norwegian.
By the fucking Irish Mafia. What's the Irish Mafia called? What are they? The IRA.
Yeah.
The Irish fucking... What's IRA stand for, by the way? Does anybody know that?
Fuck if I know.
That's the question. What does IRA stand for? If you can come up with what IRA stands for...
Shit.
If Roddy doesn't get it, I'll give you a t-shirt.
Fuck, I used to know that. You got a really good chance because my brain cells are like, beep.
Yes, you can. He said it's Gaelic. Oh, Gaelic. I've heard of that.
Right on.
That's
Hey, you pronounce that right.
Gaelic. I think it is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Irish language. Oh, that's what it is. Irish language. Diarmada. Am I saying that correctly? Diarmada. This is a live show. Anybody that's watching this right now afterwards,
right?
This is live, and we're actually talking to a person on here. So if you want to come on and join us live, every
Irish
Wednesday.
Republican Army. Mike, the brain.
Mike, the brain miracle. Mike, you got another T-shirt if you want it. You can get it whenever you want. You can come on over.
Or is it Mike Google Miracle?
Mike Google Miracle. I know, right? Be honest, Mike. How'd you know that? Did you Google it?
Let's get the fastest thumbs in the north.
That's one thing I can say about Mike. You ask him a question, he'll give you the honest answer.
Right.
Well, I had that frog in my throat. You ever do that? Take a drink and you talk and you're like, oh,
you sound like somebody else.
Yeah, sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Who's that speaking?
Yow.
Yow.
Irish family. Oh, he says he has an Irish family.
Oh, right on.
Okay. Irish Republican Army. Yeah, that's what it is. The movie, what's that one with, what's his name? Robert De Niro. The Irishman.
Oh, yeah. That was a good show.
I don't know if he's in there or not, but like the dude that drives the green Cadillac, Don Marshall had that Cadillac.
Oh, no shit.
That was Don Marshall's Cadillac.
I can one-up him.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you can. You got something. What do you got?
I got David Allen Coe's 1970 Chrysler 300 convertible.
Now, when he first said that, I was like, who the fuck is David Allen Coe? And I did the research.
You know.
Exactly. That's what I said when I did the research. I was like, holy fuck, what the fuck?
Oh, it was funny because famous Johnny Paycheck song, Take This Job and Shove It.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who wrote it? David Allen Coe. I was like, no shit. He wrote a bunch of music.
Yeah, he probably wrote a bunch of music. And you're talking about that's for other people, right? For like another band. And
Yeah,
shit.
he wrote the song and decided not to record it himself, and somebody else wanted to record it, and he sold him the rights. And
You know, I've thought about doing that. Maybe just writing shit and giving it to people, showing them how to do it. But
Right.
then again, the way I feel about that is, if I took the time and it came out of my life, my shit, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. It's
Yeah,
my
you
shit.
still get credit and you still get money for it.
I mean, if I was getting money.
Chris Christopherson, most of his career was writing shit for other people.
Said David Allen Coe. Hell yeah. And they must know David Allen Coe. Dear Mata, are you in Ireland right now? Because that would be cool. Kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool. Just lie to us and tell us you're in
Just
Ireland.
be like, yeah, I'm on the coast and we're fucking
We're up
watching
here.
sheep. When I hear Ireland, I think of like high
Right.
coastlines with
What?
like smooth, with like bumpy grass with a bunch of sheep and like a herder.
Right, eating potatoes and drinking
Right.
whiskey.
Right. You know, little bitty towns.
That
with,
sounds like a
little
nice,
pubs
simple
and
life,
shit.
don't it?
Dude, I would kind of like that right now at this point in time.
Yep.
You know, one thing though that I really want to get is solar panels. And I still haven't. I always see these commercials. Are you prepared? Are you ready? And I'm like, fuck no, I'm not.
You know why Irish farmers always wear those big knee-high boots?
Is this a joke?
Yes, because you put one sheep leg in this one sheep leg in this one, then they can't get away. Bam.
I had to reach for that button. I don't like how I had to reach for that, but that was a good one.
I'll tell you my Father Nelson joke later.
Don't fucking disrespect our new viewer from Ireland.
That was a pretty good joke. And that goes with any farmer that wears tall boots.
You know, how many jokes do you think those old guys used to have in like Ireland and like London and British, like the British guys? Man, people used to hate Americans back in the day. They used to call us Yanks and shit.
Oh yeah.
I was watching this
Until they all wanted to come here.
Well, right. I was watching this documentary where they're inside Australia, and dude, they got in fights and bars and shit, and dudes were pissed off that they were hitting on their ladies. And man, I tell you what, you get in a fight with a bunch of army people in a foreign country, in USA, it's causing problems. He says, I live in Dublin. He did an album with Pantera too, Rebel to Rebel.
Nice. Yes, I do
If
remember
that ain't
that.
country, David. Oh, fuck yeah. So he's a damn good fan. He
Yep.
knows him. He knows him.
Hell yeah.
That's your type of people, Rowdy.
Want to buy a
He
car?
lives in Dublin right now.
Want to buy a car?
Ship it all the way there.
We can ship it. You can have David Allen Coe's convertible.
Get a hold of fucking,
That's right.
and tell him how to do it. He'll do it.
25,000 United States dollars. It could be yours.
He'll also take some cryptocurrency.
That's right.
Cryptocurrency is the way of the future, folks. It's going to be something.
We'll trade for a truckload of methamphetamines.
Tomas says, a good homestead sounds good right now, not going to lie. And see, what's fucked up is I think I actually have a little bit of room to do some shit up here, but it's just taking care of everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
can't rely on her to do everything, and I gotta I'm gonna have to try to do something. I was thinking of doing raised flower beds to where I can actually move around and get to them and reach my hand in,
Or
and you know what I
gardens.
mean? Do
Yep.
shit, yeah.
Raised gardens.
Or garden beds, yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of that shit you can do.
Yeah, but just to do that, I gotta have somebody help me build the boxes.
But owning property is a fucking pain in the ass, man. I dropped a good 12 grand into my property this year. I just dropped $2,600 into my fucking lawnmower. And
Dude, I seen your buildup that you did around the garage. That shit had to cost a shit ton of money.
fucking hate mowing the lawn. And I had to pay a whole lot of money to be able to mow it.
Right.
And I got to pay every time I mow it. That's bullshit.
That is bullshit. Dude, our comment section is going nuts. Our friend from Ireland, I don't know where they went. Oh, there they are. Let's see. Mike says, I know a guy, LOL. What state are you in? We're in Michigan.
Michigan, this shape right here.
We're like right here, right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Right in the crotch.
Tomasa says, I built my first raised bed for my tomatoes this year. You built it yourself? Nice. See, I just got to get into the... I got the wood and I got the stuff. I just got to get into doing it. You know what really helped me is a nail gun.
Yeah.
Dude, I could do a lot with a nail gun. How much are those things?
That makes a good home defense weapon, too.
Yeah? How accurate are they? Like up to 10, 12 feet?
We used to shoot the roofing gun was fun.
The roofing gun?
Air, pneumatic. They go pretty good. And they'll stick into you at 10 feet away. If you shoot somebody, they're getting fucked up. Now, you get a framing gun, like a pass load, that runs off butane cartridges, and it's got a big battery that ignites it.
Shit.
Those fuckers, you could fuck somebody up real bad with them.
Mike said he's got one I can use. Fuck yeah, Mike. You're going to help me build some shit. We're going to make it dope. Tomasa says like 30 at Harbor Freight. Damn.
Right.
Harbor Freight do be having the nice deals.
Well, it's for pneumatic.
Now,
son of a bitch.
That's a nail gun. Nail guns for home defense. Wouldn't recommend.
It depends on how you use the nail.
Because you can get one with a battery, just a cordless.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it by the bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can piss somebody off when they run in your house to rob you.
Right. Hit him and then just be like, yo, you better have some good MMA skills.
If I hit you with nails, there's going to be followed by some silverware, forks, knives, probably some rocks and broken glass.
Maybe a blunderbuss.
And an 1861 Mountain Howitzer yeet cannon.
That'd work. You know, I've always wanted to shoot a blunderbuss. That must have been the shit back in the day, not having anything and just dropping fucking
stuff whatever you can in there.
Like, hey, grab that rocks or whatever.
Let her rip, tater chip.
Right.
Send it.
Mike said, crank the air up on the framer. Let's see what else we got here. We're gonna be departing here shortly, but before we do that, here's some more political shit. Okay, so what I'm gonna show you now is there's a couple dudes. I think they're both actually journalists, and they're huge lefty journalists in these lefty cities, right?
2 dudes, 1 notepad.
2 dudes, 1 notepad, and they're super adamant on we got to get rid of the guns. Gun crimes down. People need love, not guns.
No, the one part I would gladly surrender all mine when the criminals and the government surrender theirs.
Yeah.
No problem. I'll be third in line.
As long as nobody has any more guns at all.
If we're all getting rid of them, we're all getting rid of them. No
I'll pick up
fucking
a
problem.
Stick.
That's
Dude,
right.
I'll joust a son of a bitch right now.
Poke your eye out with a stick, no problem. But
fucking hit this bitch on the 7th gear and just go.
But as far as getting rid of the law-abiding citizens, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so these guys, both of them actually. Well, actually, one's actually I think he's I don't know if he holds a place in like the city council or whatever, but he had kind of a place of, you know what I mean, upper level.
They from Chicago.
And then the other guy is actually, I think, a journalist. But we're going to watch these, and it doesn't turn out good for these guys, which is why we give you guys the warning.
Hell yeah.
So if you think it's too much, I don't want to hear about it because you had the warning at the front of the video. And if you didn't watch the front of the video, go back and watch it. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is... This guy was super against gun violence. He lives in Seattle, I believe, or Philadelphia, one of those two. But he made a post on Twitter or whatever, X or whatever, and he said, "Gun crimes down since 2020. Nobody's talking about that. Whatever, blah 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 blah." And then all of a sudden,
a local journalist is being remembered tonight after he was shot and killed inside of his home. It happened overnight in the city's Point Breeze section. Action News reporter John Paul live for us now at police headquarters with the latest on this investigation. John.
Yeah, Shar, he was shot to death early this morning inside of his home in Point Breeze.
In his home.
He was an award-winning journalist, an
Probably not
outspoken
a
member
law-abiding
of the
citizen.
LGBTQ community. And tonight, friends and family are devastated.
The hate has to stop.
this is like his road dog best
Heartbreak
friend.
tonight in Point Breeze as friends process the senseless
criminals.
killing of Josh Kruger, a journalist and an LGBTQ activist who was gunned down in his own home early this morning.
He talked about the tough topics that no one else wants to really talk about. Homelessness, okay? Talking about anti-LGBTQ
Can't hear you.
sentiment.
Unplug your nose.
Okay, bias-based bullying and targeting of people. And now he's a target.
Police say the 39-year-old was shot multiple times inside of his home on Watkins Street.
What'd they steal?
Around
They rob
1:30
him?
this
They
morning.
don't tell you that.
Law enforcement sources confirmed for us there were no signs of forced entry. The home does have
so they were
cameras,
friends.
but it's unclear if they captured any images of the shooter. Friends say he had recently posted online about threats, including an incident where he filed a police report after his home was vandalized in late August. Kendall Stevens is a black trans activist who says Kruger helped her after she was violently attacked in 2020. She wants answers about her friend.
He was killed in cold blood. In cold blood. Someone murdered him. Someone thought it was okay to come into his home.
Okay, so this goes on for a little bit, but here's the thing. I did some more research.
Somebody said he could come in my home.
I did a little bit of research on this shit. Come to find out, so the dude might have known the guy, right? He was openly, LGBTQ, gay guy, wanted to, come to find out, they know who the guy is. They caught the guy. They arrested the guy. Guess what? They won't release his name. They won't release his picture. They won't release his identification, but they know exactly who it is.
Huh.
And it's not, I'm guessing, a white male Republican.
Probably not. Probably a
Donald Trump supporter.
Probably a transgender
activist.
Gun activist.
Right. And I'm like, dude,
it was a trans gun supporter.
All this time, it's fucking, you know what I mean? It's what's that? What's WHP? Oh man, it's just I watched that and I seen that because it came up on Salty Cracker and I was like, I did some more research on it and I was like, no way. And then I seen that the dude got caught, but they're not releasing the name or nothing like that. I was gonna play that, but it's better than me just tell you. You can do the research and anything on this shit. You guys can do the research. Don't take our word for it.
No, it's the criminals giving the law-abiding citizens a bad name, and unfortunately, they got rid of prairie justice. There's no
prairie justice. I like that.
Oh, that's old school. That's
makes
where
it sound nice.
You steal a fucking horse and you're too far from a courthouse. You're going to meet the oak tree and the old rope.
Yep. Send you straight to Jesus.
Yep. Let Jesus decide if we made the right choice or
Tommaso, what is WHP? You have to elaborate. I must know more.
Wacky happy people.
I must know more. The next one I got for you is another guy that is super against violence.
And we have this developing story out of Brooklyn, where a community advocate was killed in a random stabbing attack. Surveillance video shows the unprovoked confrontation in Bed-Stuy that ended with the 32-year-old victim bleeding on the sidewalk. News 4's Melissa Colorado takes us to the crime scene tonight as the NYPD looks for the killer.
That's such a big city.
My name is Ryan Thorson Carson, and I'm a political organizer and policy analyst.
Sitting on his stoop in Brooklyn, Ryan Carson is seen in this campaign video, lobbying for more safe injection sites in New York.
Together, we can end overdose deaths.
The 32-year-old from Bed-Stuy was a rising star in the world of public policy, passionate about climate change, social justice, and harm reduction.
Oh, did he?
During his downtime, he was a poet. His work published in literary journals. We spoke to Carson's boss, the executive director of the New York Public Interest Research Group.
It's a terrible tragedy. The world will be somewhat less well off because of it.
Somewhat less well off. Now listen, I don't like laughing at people dying, but I'm gonna tell you
sorry,
this.
but that was fucking fun. The world will be somewhat
less well off.
What the fuck,
dude? But the thing is you're advocating for fucking all these people to just be mentally ill in the streets, doing whatever the fuck they want, trying to get rid of police, trying to get rid of the way of law
trying
that
to
we've
completely
lived with.
legalize drugs, make guns illegal except for criminals.
So my kid
because
can
the
walk down the
criminals
street,
don't fucking care.
Filled with fucking filth and a bunch of people overdosing on shit, right? Just to get to school. Is that what you want?
Assholes that talk like that should be shipped right off to fucking California and should try to go into a place of business where 50 tents and 5-gallon buckets of shit and piss are fucking up and down the sidewalk. You got to walk through some homeless guy's front yard to go to it.
Right.
To go
That's
do
my
business.
point. People like that have never been through shit like that.
No,
People like that have never seen the fucking other side
they
of
need
life.
to fucking. I'll tell you what. If
Go
I
to
was
Detroit and fucking spend 2 weeks in that bitch with no fucking house and no running water and shit and see what happens.
No, Detroit's actually starting to come around.
I mean, yeah, now
you still got your hood spots. What town doesn't have their hood spots?
Gotta love the hood spots though. Highland Park, man, we had some fun out there.
Yeah, it's fun in the daylight.
Until the cops come around and slam your fucking face to the brick wall, asking you where the gun is.
Right.
Like, I ain't got a gun, sir. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, unbelievable, man. They literally.
That's two like lefty analysts that are super like anti-gun, super like safe spaces, super trying to push agendas. Got killed by their own policy.
Right. One got stabbed by a criminal, and the other one got shot by a
criminal
transgender gun advocate
that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to release information on who they are.
Right. Well, God forbid, we were allowed to make our own determination on that. We got to hide this guy's name.
Yep. He said Dear Mata, you're my fucking newest favorite overseas viewer. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you, bud. We appreciate all of our live viewers. Mike said, who doesn't like doing a little hood shit every now and then?
I go through the hood 2-3 times a day.
Do you really?
I drive through the hood to go to work.
I went through the hood earlier this week. What do you like about the hood?
It doesn't bother me.
No.
I like literally. It's the people. It's the bad people that make it bad. 99% of people that live in the hood are just trying to live.
Right.
They're impoverished, whatever their situation may be. Where's the cheapest place to get an apartment?
Doesn't mean they're gonna come fucking run up to your car and
right.
But try to wash your windows.
Where's the cheapest place to get an apartment? The hood.
Yep.
Everybody's got to survive. Everybody's got to have a place to live, and it's not the people that makes the hood bad. It's the bad people.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The low income mostly is what the hood is, right? So that's the lowest income in the city where people can afford to live. What does that bring? That brings the lowest of the lows that can afford to just go do drugs, pay the rent, go do drugs, pay the rent. But then, you got druggies that don't want to hurt nobody. They just want to do drugs. They want to go do drugs, go home.
Right.
Those people I'm not worried about. It's the people that are like
drug dealers.
Let's go out and do whatever we want and fucking nobody's going to stop us.
Jackson's had this influx of Superman mentality drug dealers and just not giving a fuck young kids. Just like this kid that was down hanging out with his girlfriend, 21-year-old from Detroit, in his fancy Chrysler.
When was this?
2 weeks ago, and took that state trooper for a ride right past my shop.
Oh, shit.
She pulled him over. She's being way cool, and she's like, do you have marijuana burning in your car? And he's like, oh, yeah, there's a fucking blunt in the ashtray. The guy's fucking smoking down. 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, probably driving home to Detroit after he fucked his girlfriend. And he just completely disrespectful on his phone. You're in a traffic stop.
Right.
At least, and he got clocked at like fucking 80 or 90. He was speeding like a son of a bitch. And the state trooper, I'm like, fuck, I wish she'd pull me over because she was just easy going.
Is that the one that got drugged?
Yeah, she got drugged 3/4 of a mile down the road before she fell out. And you can hear her on when they released the camera footage, the body cam. She was asking him, like, polite as fuck, just slow down and let me get out. Just slow down and let me out.
Right.
And next thing you know, she got tossed off the side of the car. And then, I don't know how, he must know somebody smart because he sure as fuck wasn't smart. Somebody said, you better turn yourself in or it's attempted murder.
Right.
It lowers the charge.
Did he turn himself in?
He did turn himself in later on that day, like 5-6 o'clock.
Oh, he's in jail.
Well, yeah, he's fucked, but he's not.
Fucked now.
He's not as fucked.
No,
as
he's not spending life in jail. He'll probably do
trying to murder a trooper.
He'll probably do 5 years.
Oh, 5 or 10.
Yeah, depending on the judge. Dude, Michigan is one place where a lot of people, like even Detroit boys are like, you don't want to get stuck in Michigan because you get stuck in Michigan, they ship you. They'll ship you fucking far up north.
Right.
And then you're far away from your people. You're far away from everything. I mean, I don't know. Jail sucks, period. I've been to jail a couple times. And
well, a lot of these people are acclimated to it. Fuck, it's like a big party for them. You can get, the sad part is they're in there to be rehabilitated, and all their, depending on where you're at on the food chain, could mean whether you're a top or a bottom.
Yeah, pretty much.
And drugs, I wouldn't say that they're plentiful, but they're accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's a crazy breakdown. Even in that small controlled environment, they can't control it.
Yeah, that's why they're looking for more people right now.
Yeah, COs.
Tons of them. They're hiring like crazy.
But look at the mentality of the people that are COs now.
Right.
It's.
I'm sad that video's not working.
It's not the alphas. It's the fucking. It's the C's and D's, buddy.
It's the ones that are getting stabbed because they're so easy to get stabbed. And like, dude, they ain't fighting back.
It's the roly-poly fuckers that think they're just in there doing their job, man. And, because you
got to be fit, man. You got to be ready. You got to be ready for a fight.
Well, I know several COs, including my grandpa, that were big, no bullshit taking dudes, and they said it sucked.
Yeah, dude. I can imagine.
Watch the progression through the whole system. And it's sad. Like I say, you've got a small, controllable population that you can't even control.
Right.
How are the drugs still getting in there? How is the black market still operating in there? How are gangs happening
COs,
in
man,
there?
you got to think the COs are making more money because they need more money, dude. I mean, people, you got to, man. I don't know. Money don't just follow the money.
Yeah.
It always is about money.
I think we ought to bring back the fucking death penalty.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's fucking start offing people.
Make people scared of going to prison.
Doing crimes, right?
Make people think twice.
Oh, you
before
jacked an
doing
old
crimes.
lady in the middle of fucking daylight and shot her in the head?
Yeah, you're fucking
getting
done.
hung, bro.
Yeah,
We're hanging you in front of everybody.
Yeah, we're not even going to waste the chemicals for the
Nope.
injection. We're just going to fucking hang you.
Nope. And then all of a sudden, this dude, you stole a car in the middle of the night? Well, we're going to make you fucking...
Now, you think about that. Cut your fingers off.
Yeah, do
some
something easy.
India justice.
I like that.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. No bullshit. You ever,
get him!
You ever see that video? That video was fucked up. I remember seeing it years ago about that guy that got caught stealing and chopped all of his fingers off.
Where's that, in India?
Yeah, and they made this dude put his hand back on the block, and he's all, and the guy's got a fucking machete, and he kind of half lops off one. He has to hit it twice.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, holy fuck, that's bad. And then they got the other 4, and I was like, oh my God, guess who ain't going to fucking steal again the rest of their life? And guess who's going to be able to recognize?
I would call him the one pink-fingered guy, but he ain't got no fingers now.
Guess who's going to be able to recognize
What do they call them, nubbies?
I guess, stones.
What? Who's going to recognize it?
The whole population is going to know you're a goddamn thief, and you did something serious.
Because you got your hand chopped off.
You got fingers or your whole hand chopped off.
Could you imagine what your hand would look like with just your hand part and not your fingers? Just a palm.
Fist.
Just a palm.
Yep.
Just a fucking palmy.
Yep.
Arnold Palmer.
But think about that, and I know it sounds fucked up, corporal punishment.
That'd be funny.
But just like back in the Old West and all over the world, not just the Old West, we weren't the only people that hung people for crimes, stealing a horse or whatever.
Stealing a horse, not stealing horse. Stealing a horse. That's what he said, guys.
Don't you be stealing my horse.
That's my horse. Get my
Get my horse back in the stable.
Damn it, that's my horse. Get away from my horse.
But seriously, it made people think because they had public hangings in the public square.
And people would come and they would watch.
And they'd come and watch and be horrified.
Like, that's what happens to you. And kids are like, oh,
and that's
shit,
why they
I
would
don't wanna do
drag
that.
kids up there, not to, show them how fucked up the world is.
But show them what happens when you fuck around with the law,
yeah,
right?
This is what happens when you're a piece of shit.
Dirmada says, what do you guys do for a living? We're just going to hang you. We actually are entertainers. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Well, Rowdy is. He's got a OnlyFans. You can check it out.
Yeah, that's right.
That's on the PayPal shit though. Fucking.
You got to pay me to not see it.
Yep.
Right.
What do they call that? What do they call that thing where you can pay monthly and then we put extra shit on there?
Tinder.
No.
Fucking no.
Fucking feet pics are up. No. It's there's a thing. There's like a fan page where you can go there. I don't know. You guys know. Somebody knows on here. Where somebody can pay like $1 per month, so like $12 a year, and then they help you out. I don't know. I'm gonna look at that. We're gonna do that.
Setting up websites and shit. Or?
Well, what we do is we actually put extra shit in there. So me and you can do extra shit like off this, and then put it on this.
Oh, right
it's
on.
Only accessible if you subscribe to it.
Right.
And then you can see it every month for like as low as $1 a month.
Nice.
So I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. We're gonna get into that. Farmers only, Mike said. Patreon, yes, dear Mata. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Patreon. Fucking Patreon.
Imagine how tough it'd be for Amish to find dates in this new world.
I've been watching more Amish videos, not because I wanted to learn about it, but like, the guy that you heard of Titus? You ever watch YouTube videos and Titus pops up?
Yep.
Titus is he's not even Amish, but he just knows Amish people.
Yeah,
Like, he hangs out with them and shit.
Yep, lives like them.
Him and this other guy that did the video, I forget what his name is.
Peter DeSano.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Dude, he goes on these adventures, man, and him and Titus, they hitchhiked to fucking Nashville.
I'm jealous. That
was a good one. I like that one.
I just watched part of that one.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
I dig that when he embedded himself in the Amish community. I got a lot of fucking respect for the Amish, dude. Like,
absolutely.
Horrendous amount of respect. And
yeah, he said Amish are great people. Are you a he or a she? I don't want to call you a he, dear Mata, when you're a she. I don't want to misgender you. Is that what they call it? Misgender. But no, yeah, I couldn't imagine having to get up in the morning early as fuck,
Oh, work your fucking ass
you
off.
go milk the cows, fucking collect the chicken's eggs.
At least you
feed
get
the
Sunday
fucking pigs.
off, and it's cash only.
Cash only.
Well, I like that. That's where I get my Amish from. Cash only.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
Hell yeah. What happens when cash? That's why they want to get rid of cash, I bet. Yeah.
Probably guys like me.
Shit, guys like everybody around here.
Yeah. I want something in my fucking hand, not your fake money. I mean, it's all fake money, but I don't want your computer money.
Nope.
Or
No
your-
computer money.
Your promissory piece of paper stole from grandma.
Now something's gonna happen when I hit this button.
And we have this developing
Don't
story
listen
out of
to
Brooklyn
it.
where a
I
community
gotta stop
advocate
it
was
again.
killed in a random stabbing attack.
What else do we got? Making sure I have everything that we did, which wasn't a lot, guys. We still made a show out of it, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Well, we
Had
did
a
our
good time.
We did our 2 hours.
We did our due diligence.
That's right. You got your money's worth. Now send us some money.
I know, right? It's free show.
Shit.
No, look, and like, here's the thing. Like, I love doing this thing. I think we're gonna start doing more different stuff for people that want to support us.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have new things to give them if they want, like, cups or fucking whatever.
Right.
I got my old ladies making different T-shirts,
Merch.
different styles. Yeah, different merch. I think I also want to give away some like gift cards, like gas cards or some shit.
Right.
I've always been good at so you know how I used to do car shows, right?
Yeah.
So if I could do that and grab a bunch of what we used to call
grab bags,
giveaways and
Yeah.
shit for the merchandise giveaways, why can't I just do that for the promo for this show?
I think we need a cannabis company as a sponsor.
I could probably get one, to be honest with you. Mood
yeah.
Mood in Jackson, Michigan just bought an ad for me. My first ever
pot ad
cannabis company
Fucking
on a
sweet.
placemat.
So now we just got to work on whiskey, beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm a 37-year-old guy. Fuck, dude, you're as old as me.
Strip clubs.
Fuck yeah. Good to see you.
Strip clubs.
From Dublin, Ireland.
Fucking right, bro.
Strip clubs? Well,
Right on,
what are we going to give
brother.
the strip club? Fucking drink specials?
I don't know.
Couple lap dance? Maybe a free lap dance?
Free hot dogs.
Free lap dance from... Oh, wait. Man, where's that one over there by your old shop over by fucking
Oh my
Keeter's, bro?
God,
I'll hit up
no.
Keeter's and we'll get some
Right,
free lap dances
right.
from Keeter's.
You guys want to sponsor us?
Free lap dance with any girl of your choice that's not dripping some nasty substance from the middle.
God.
Watch out for that one in the corner. She's got alopecia.
Fuck. That's so gross, dude.
Dude, Keeter's, if you guys don't know, is like the nastiest strip club in Jackson, Michigan, probably in the whole entire state.
World famous.
World famous. Like babies dropping out of on stage.
Did I ever tell you about the midget stripper down there?
We had a fucking something on here. We were talking about that with this dude, remember?
My buddy fucking, who doesn't want to see a midget stripper? We were drunk talking.
It just
one night.
makes sense.
And he calls
You
me
have
up
to.
the next week. He's like, dude, guess who's down at Keeter's? And I said, what? He says, there's this midget girl down there.
You had to
and
go.
And I said, dude, let's go. And he's like, all right. So we went down there. And I hate making fun of people with deformities. But forgive me, God. But she literally had...
She put herself out there, bro.
She had hands growing out of her shoulders.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, that's not a fucking midget. That's fucking T-Rex.
Oh, God.
I'm going straight to hell.
Oh, Lord, forgive his soul.
Hope the whiskey's warm down there.
Oh, man, I just heard my thing shut. See, I'm fucking, dude, this place is haunted, man.
Don't be
I
fucking
swear.
saying that because I got to shut it up.
No, it's good to go. Oh, my God, Brandon Pickens, you just scared the shit out of us with that share because I got this computer wired into the speakers.
PA
And I was
system.
just talking about that, and all of a sudden it shared, so it had a bomb drop. Oh, man, that was dope.
Yeah, October 4th.
Hey, man, end of the world, guys. Guess what? We made it through it so
Survived.
far.
No zombie apocalypse for you.
We're going to have another show on, let me see.
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. What's the date, Rowdy? Do you know?
Fuck no, I can't.
Do the math. Can you math it?
No. What is today? The 4th?
18th.
18th.
It'll be October 18th. We'll have the next show, and I'm going to make it one hell of a show for everybody. Well, I got Mike Miracle one, so he gets a T-shirt from me or whatever. Let's do a giveaway for you. Would you like to do that?
Yeah. Now? Next week? 2 weeks?
Right now.
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
All right, we got to think of something
Whoa.
for the people. We got 7 viewers right now. 7 viewers. I want you to get ready.
Good luck with that.
Brandon Pickens, you got to be ready, brother. Here we go. Now we're gonna come up with a question, and I don't give a shit if you fucking Google it or not. First person to put it on the screen that we see it wins. Now, Rowdy, you got to come up with the question because it's your shirt.
Man, you did this to me last time.
I mean, if you really want me to, I'll think of something, but it's gonna take a second. I mean, while you're thinking, I'll think. Go ahead.
What was the full name of the captain of the USS Enterprise?
Ooh, full name. You know that? You know that for sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what they got, viewers out there. Like I said, folks, this is a live show. When we do this live, anybody watching can win stuff, can hit us up, can comment. We'll talk to you guys about it. I hope somebody didn't send me a message on here.
I already got a dingling out there.
Oh, let's see. Well, I think it was... Oh, no, that's not for this. That's for that. James Tiberius Kurt. Tiberius? James Tiberius?
Yes, it is.
Wow, you won. You win again.
He's got a fucking wardrobe. Do you wear these every day?
Oh, you got a wardrobe now.
So that's for a Copeland Welding shirt. You said you're stopping up tomorrow, so you get to pick one out.
Yep. Congratulations, Mike.
Cool.
Mike done one again 2 times from both of us.
Again.
But you know what, you guys, if you really want to, you can always purchase shirts. Mr. Rowdy's got shirts. We don't have anywhere to show them at, but
no, sweatshirts, hoodies, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, just let us know. He's got some. I got some. You can go to WCMafia.com and check them out. Somebody said that WCMafia.com wasn't working because it sends them to my Bandcamp.
Oh, no shit.
But I don't know yet. I'm going to have to buy something through there. If anybody tries that and it doesn't work, whatever, just come back to me and let me know. It should work, but those T-shirts are a little bit more expensive than what I got. But they're good quality. All the shit's good quality.
It's good
I made
shit.
Sure it was. All right, so with that, Mr. Rowdy, what do you got to sign off with, sir?
Man, I didn't even come up with anything whimsical. How about if at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed.
Succeed? I like that. That was nice.
Most whimsical thing I had.
I like that. I won't even give you a ba-doom. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Just read into it, man.
Okay, you're right. There's more to it than what I believed it was. And for me, Tommaso said, need to get a hoodie. Cold season is here. Yeah, this hoodie right here was like my first ever design, and it's always stayed true. Like, this is dope. I love it. And I don't even have these designs. This is just one design. But I do have hoodies at WCMafia.com if you go there and check them out.
Get you some.
Yeah, and if you can't, and something, like I said, if something doesn't work, let me know, and we'll figure it out. Everybody that's watching and everybody that's going to watch, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back, I think, like I said, the 18th. We're going to have a hell of a show. I'm going to make sure.
It's going to be good.
I'm going to make sure I fucking top-notch get it done. We're going to play a game. We're going to play our first ever game live.
Okay.
I think we'll play a game of handicap toss.
Nice.
I don't know. I started that out on Sunday Fun Day. You ever heard about that?
No. I've done midget tossing, though.
That's where we set up that spittoon right there over at the end of the yonder. You know what I mean? And then the first person to make it in with a cap or whatever wins.
Nice.
To 3 or something like that. Or we'll maybe even do just 1. I don't know.
Done deal.
It's super hard to do, I'm telling you guys. But yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. We will be back in 2 weeks, and we'll make sure, we got some shit going on. Until then, keep your freaking heads down. Keep moving forward. And, don't listen to the bullshit.
Don't eat yellow snow.
Don't eat yellow snow. That's good. I like it. All right, guys. Till next time, I'm Rick. That's Rowdy. Thanks for tuning into The Wheelhouse.
See ya.
Peace.